Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. We're back for another great episode. Shout out to Boxing that keeps doing its job. ESPN Mexico is reporting that Canelo Alvarez versus Jaime Munguia is reportedly possible for May. Now, while Canelo versus David Benavidez is being contemplated for September, it's claimed that Jaime Munguia will join Canelo's list of potential opponents if he wins the planned fight versus John Ryder in January. This is according to ESPN Mexico. Now, I'm adding in that little secondary. Is this the beginning of PBC on DAZN? Because last I checked, Canelo had 2 more fights on a Al Heyman deal. So I don't even know how Jaime becomes a player if, Al still got a deal with Canelo. And is Al really going to split the money with, DAZN and Golden Boy and Fernando Beltran, whoever it is that is the promoter of Jaime Munguia? Oh, shit, we got only Snatch with 3 straight counterpunches in a row. He must got a lot to get off his chest. Let's go to him then. Check, check. Damn, that's not working. Only Snatch, call into the landline. I don't know why this is not working. This is the second show, no Twitter Spaces, bro. I wonder if it's a me thing because I'm not getting it. Check. And he dropped off. Fuck. All right, let me make sure he's not on that landline. I don't know, man. Twitter has been acting up. We couldn't get it to work this morning. I think it's a Twitter space bug thing, but I did see other people on Spaces, so I'm not getting it, man. Tell me. Don't get me the line, but let's see. That's Profound Dreamer. I see you. I'm just trying to make sure the Only Snatch isn't on the line, and I think that might be him. Give me one sec. Drew, this is you? Drew, this is you?
Sports can't teach.
Check, check. Guess not. Only Snatch, you want to call the landline? It looks like Twitter Spaces is not working, brother. I don't know why, but it doesn't look like it's working the way that it should. Yeah, I've tried to add you, champ, but you could call 1-425-569-5241. Discord is also available. We are discussing the latest news that Canelo Alvarez is looking at Jaime Munguia as a potential opponent for Cinco de Mayo, while David Benavidez is the scheduled opponent for September. My thing is, I want to bounce around the idea of, is this the first fight of PBC on DAZN? Because we all know that DAZN still has, Al Heyman, still has a contract with Canelo Alvarez. And obviously, that means Canelo can't be fighting on DAZN. But this is what we're talking about. Let me go ahead and screen share the latest news on Canelo. As you can see, Canelo versus Jaime Munguia is reportedly possible for May, while Canelo versus David Benavidez is being contemplated for September. It's claimed that Munguia will join Canelo's list of potential opponents if he wins his planned fight versus John Ryder in January. This is according to ESPN Mexico. Now, again, how does this fight take place? Is the DAZN just going to lend the services of Jaime? Is Jaime a free agent and we don't know? Or is this the beginning of PBC on DAZN? Something that I definitely would like, right? Phone lines are open if you want to call in. We're also previewing the Amanda Serrano card, which is a good card, and we do want to talk about that. Amanda Serrano will be taking on Daniela Ramos, and this fight is actually 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds. So, Amanda has been saying that she wanted to do 3-minute rounds for quite some time, 12-round fights for quite some time. And she's got the opportunity now because she believes with that extra time, she can get the knockout. So she's been given extra time and extra rounds to try and get that knockout. And really quick, we'll just go ahead and preview the card. There are some fights that you certainly should be tuned into. And here is the schedule. First and foremost, Angel Chavez versus Saldang Hang Jiangjing. We want to watch this fight. Angel Chavez is a Bob Santos fighter. I just met him this week or last week whenever I was in the gym. And he's a Bob Santos fighter. He's a big boy. This says light heavyweight. He told me he was a super middleweight. So that's something to, definitely verify if you're going to make a bet, if he makes it to the betting line, right? We got Eury Cedeño. Eury is the brother of Henry Martinez that was signed to Porter. Eury is said to be the better brother. We'll see. He is also signed to Marshall Kaufman. Eury is a middleweight, and this is a 6-round fight. That's a fight you don't want to miss. He's Dominican, and he's heavily touted for sure. Heavily touted. Then you got Antonio Vargas versus Hernan Marquez. And that's an undefeated fighter, I believe Antonio Vargas, but I'm more interested in DAZN Van Houter. He is the cruiserweight that I introduced you guys to here on the show, and he's only like 18, so I know this kid will be a heavyweight when it's all said and done. So we want to see where's his skills at, how good is he. This kid was sparring with Najee Lopez to get Najee ready for his last fight, and this kid gets to spar with Hot Rod, who gave Better Beeve a great fight, and he gets to spar with Brandon Moore, the heavyweight the Top Rank just signed. We got Alexis Rios versus Benino Argular, and we know nothing about neither. We'll check them out. A lot of these are prospects. Remember, this is still an MVP prospects card. They just threw Amanda Serrano on it. If you go to BoxRec and you check this card on BoxRec, you'll see how many prospects with under 10 fights they actually have. And I'm screen sharing here on YouTube.com, where you should be obviously tuned in. So as you can see, Antonio Vargas is the most experienced fighter outside of Amanda Serrano, and he is the co-main event. He's 16-1, and he's taking on a 47-10-2 fighter in Herman Marquez. I wonder if that's Herman Marquez, like old school Herman Marquez. He is from Mexico. He's got enough losses to be that Hernan. Let me see. Well, he fought Joe Arroyo. Good fight. Giovanni Segura, another great fight. Brian Valori, another great fight. Nonito Donaire. Well, this kid is loaded with experience, and he's on a bit of a win streak. We'll see. It's definitely not Herman Tyson Marquez, so it's not the guy I thought. But anyway, next fighter is Damian Licasli, or Licastle. And look, he's got 5-0. Like, everybody is 5-0. Eldy, 6-0. Angel Chavez, 8-0. Van Houter, 4-0. Rios Vega, 7-0. And Crystal Rosado, which is the fighter of Amanda Serrano, she's 1-0, and she'll be on the card as well. So feel free to call in if you want to voice your opinion on the main topic that is Canelo and the possibility of him facing Jaime Munguia. This is being reported by ESPN Mexico. We're asking ourselves, could this be the beginning of PBC on DAZN? Because Canelo definitely has 2 fights left with Al Heyman and his PBC. They don't have a network. This is being rumored for Cinco de Mayo, which is May. So some announcements should be getting made here soon. I would love for this to be on DAZN and this be, once again, PBC on DAZN. Why not? I mean, Rick Glazier seems to be reporting that Al is in conversations with him. We know Chris Mannix reported that. We know that I know for a fact DAZN was interested. How long is it going to take to hammer out a deal? We also have this statement from Espinoza and Showtime, which makes it clear that they're going to continue to do boxing for this year, but there's nothing coming down the pipeline for next year. And it states, we will continue to deliver on our promise to subscribers, our content partners, and the fighters for the remainder of the year. We're focused on Benavidez Andrade, 11/25 on Showtime pay-per-view. Let me tell you, there's a lot of people on this fight. There's so many people. I wonder, like, how many YouTube streams they're going to do, or are they just not going to stream the amount of fighters that are on this fight because in about 10 minutes, don't let me forget, I'm going to be having Vito Menelecki on and Paul Kroll. They're both on this fight. There's just so many people on this card. Jamal Charlo announced today that he's on this card. Something we knew, but it wasn't made official. But moving on, you see the lower statement or the lower half of the post is directly from Espinoza, the president of Showtime Sports. And he says, for 37 years, Showtime Sports has occupied an important position in the sports media ecosystem, delivering premium storytelling, bold and provocative documentaries, and outstanding live production of the biggest combat sports and events in history. And we have done it all with the highest standards of care and quality. Not true. If they had standards, they would be doing better numbers. I mean, obviously, if you Google, I forget the guy's name. It's like Chris something. His last name is with a C as well. And he made it clear that Showtime isn't just cutting boxing. They were cutting anything that isn't performing. And anything that's performing under the 10%, they cutting that shit. They even cut gigolos. I mean, they should have cut gigolos a long fucking time ago, let's be real. But, I mean, it's all about numbers. And boxing just wasn't bringing it in. But going back to the quote, and as far as quality, please, like, there was no quality control, please. But anyway, while last week's news is difficult and disappointing, for the remainder of the year, we will continue to deliver the highest quality industry-leading boxing programming that has established us as the unequivocal #1 destination for the sport worldwide, and to finish what we started in 2023, perhaps the best year in history. Yeah, I mean, living up to the phrase, going out with a bang, you feel me? That's just about it. You can't lose or do poor numbers year after year and then, try to ramp it up in the last year to, I don't know, make some sort of statement. The only statement that they made to the higher-ups is that had they been leaked this news, they probably would have got better programming, But the news taking this long to leak, they ain't get anything good till this year. Because let's be real, man, they drag their feet. They over-marinate, Showtime does. So, while it's unfortunate that many people will be losing their jobs and things like that as a consumer, I'm very happy that we're going to move into a different space that doesn't exist, that Showtime doesn't exist in, because it's one less player to divide the sport. I don't want any divides, man. I just want to be a happy boxing fan, you know what I mean? Like, we seen the report that Michael Coppinger is saying that Keyshawn Davis is going to be fighting Jose Pedraza, of all people, on December 9th. It's like that fight they couldn't get more crowded. You know what I mean? It's insane, bro. Now Top Rank is also doing a December 9th date, and it's going to be headlined by none other than Keyshawn Davis and Jose Pedraza. Jose Pedraza. At 135. Dude ain't fought at 135 since 2019 of May. I mean, might as well hand the dude the win. What are you going to fight him for? You already giving him the win. I mean, how could Pedraza make that weight? And if he does, is he going to be any good? Is he going to pose any threat? I mean, it's pretty weird. It's really weird, man. But only Snatch, you still haven't called in. You're on Twitter Spaces, and it doesn't seem to be working two ways. Like, I go to callers, and I don't hear them connect. Jay, unmute that mic. Let me see. Jay's not unmuting. Jay, see, I don't hear that, man. I don't know if anybody else does, but I'm not hearing that shit at all. But I got Alex on the check-in. What up? All right. While we wait for him to connect, I think, hopefully this is the only snatch now. Jumping on the landline. In the 203, I'm taking a guess here. I'm taking a guess because I just seen that number pop on. Oh, actually, no, that's Cliff. That's Cliff Snatch. But we're going to go to these phone lines, and hopefully we do find the gentleman that sent in the counter. Profound Dreamer, talk to us. What's on your mind?
Hey, gather around TVB. I know you're still listening. Get on down to these profound rhythms. I just want to say about the Canelo situation. I actually support Canelo fighting a lesser opponent coming back in May because it's a thing that boxing is kind of getting away from that I feel like needs to be restored in the sport. And it's a such thing as a tune-up fight, and it's a such thing as a stay busy fight. Now, fighters been sitting out for too long, sitting out for a year, fighting once a year, and it's no good for the sport. And I think that's a big reason why the PBC and Showtime situation fell apart, because they had too much inactivity going on. And you got fans thinking that that's good for the sport because the fighters are preserving themselves. But when you stay away from something that requires as much activity and requires you to be sharp mentally and physically as boxing does, when you stay away from it and you only training, you actually putting more wear and tear on your body. Because when these guys is in training, nobody is cutting weight, so everybody is ballooned up, hydrated to the max, so they punching harder. The rounds is putting in more punishment. Like Danny Garcia and his pops, they famous for saying, like, Danny don't spar hard. You know, everybody got their own philosophies, but the point is, if you stay active, if you stay sharp by actually getting in fights, you're going to have a better product long term. So if Canelo, his true plan is to fight David Benavidez in September, I'm all for him fighting a Jaime Munguia or a, what's his name, Carlos Adames in May, because from September to May, that's almost a year. That's 9 months layoff. So if he wanted to take a softer fight, sharpen up right quick, and then 4 months turn around and jump in there with the guy who we want to see him fight, I'm all for it. But fighters got to get back to stay busy fights and getting back to tune-up fights.
Nah, for sure, man, for sure. Care to give any thoughts on the Amanda Serrano card? So it's on Friday.
That's a pay-per-view?
No, it's this Friday on DAZN. Part of your subscription if you got it.
Oh, on DAZN. Oh, all right. No, I'm gonna just buy it. I'm gonna just buy it because, like, I ain't gonna front. I don't really be watching female boxing like that, but I'm just not interested in that. But I do support it. I do buy their pay-per-views if they on like DAZN or something. I pay for that month or whatever. And I heard you mentioning some other names on the card that I like to watch. So yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But I want to ask about the Keyshawn Davis joint. So he fighting Pedraza. I ain't look up BoxRec yet in a minute on Pedraza, but like you said, when was the last time Pedraza fought at 135?
May 2019.
Okay, I listen, man. It's still a step up. It's still a former champion. So you know, it's gonna teach us something about Keyshawn. So hey, I'm all for it. But yeah, he can only get so much credit for that fight.
But it's not your time.
All right, and that's peace, man.
All right, champ. FYI for anybody that hasn't remembered, he is a common opponent with Tank Davis, right? Pedraza obviously is Tank's first title fight. Drew, Counterpunch, what's up, brother?
Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Oh, no, I was loving the news, Ness. I love it. Canelo is on the, what did Aerosmith say to Bud when they met up them years ago? I'm taking the easy route. Oh, Canelo's on the PBC diet now, Ness. Over marinade, chill, you know, quick, easy fights. But what do you think, Ness? Now, I do think that there's credence to the PBC thing. I'm not mad at the fight, Ness, because picture this, Ness. It's Cinco de Mayo, May 2024, Azteca Stadium in Mexico City. You don't think there's going to be 100, 110,000 Mexicans in that stadium for Canelo Munguia, Cinco de Mayo? Crazy, right?
Oh, you think they're going back to Mexico with this one?
I heard that was a possibility because I heard about this fight being explored 2 weeks ago when I was in with some guys out here in the business in L.A. shopping, having up shop. So I'm not mad at it. You know, isn't Munguia mandatory for the WBO, or the winner of when him and Ryder are going to be a mandatory again?
Yep.
So, you know, it's going to be something where like, oh, no, Mauricio is going to come out saying, no, we decided it's best for business if the WBO gets their shot first, blah, blah. You know, some bullshit's going to happen. And we're going to get Munguia next.
And you don't mind
what I really would have liked was – go ahead.
You don't mind it, right?
I don't mind it, Ness, because if I'm going to get Benavidez in September, that's fine. I do see a calculated strategy of making David have to keep cutting that weight even longer, make him grow another year, and he got to cut to 168 in September. Look how big he looked now, and that's cutting that weight. He looked like he walking around like 200 pounds.
Or you talking about Benavidez?
Benavidez, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's walking around what now? Hell yeah, and he got another year walking around having to do that cut. So I'm not mad. Are you mad at the fight? I don't. You know, I'll buy it.
I like what the other caller said. I want my fighters to stay active. You know, people not gonna consider Munguia a threat. So it could almost be considered a tune-up. So it's like if you're gonna stay sharp to get to Benavidez, I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that either because Benavidez is going to have a fight before September. In the ideal world, what I would have liked is Munguia, Berlanga, both fight, and then the winner get Canelo in May. That would have been my perfect scenario to build for that. Okay, like those two dudes got it. Okay, that's a good stay busy fight for Canelo. Pero who the fuck's David going to fight after, say he gets through Andrade? He's not going to sit on the shelf from December to next September, is he?
Feel like it's your
Nah. If David gets through Andrade, is he gonna sit till September? That is crazy. And it all depends. Like, no, you got to think about it. They don't got a network. If they were still on Showtime, I would say yes. I would say yes, right? Like, is Showtime really gonna give him another date before September? And is him and his father really gonna risk another date? Like, who would they fight?
Jermall Charlo after he beats whoever he beats on his card.
But then you risking the Canelo fight. Canelo's already telling you September. You know, I'm not saying Charlo could beat him, but it's a fight, bro. Like, shit.
It's a fight, but and we need to get back to that. I'm not what did Tom Brady's coach say? No risk it, no biscuit. So you got to do a little bit of risk. You got to do a little risk assessment. Because he's not going to be sharpness if he sits out from December to September. That's he's gonna have a fight after Thanksgiving, have the Christmas holiday, New Year's, and then just go into the New Year like, okay, I'm chilling till September. You know, I don't like that. I want the guys to be active. Mira, we got fucking Nonito Inoue coming back for undisputed. Bang. The guy's got to be active, bro. Like, he's a 10-year vet. He's a 10-year pro. He should be wanting to fight 3 times a year, 2-3 times. Take a little bit less money like the other guys did back in the day. Just to stay busy, stay sharp. It's a real guys like us, Ness, to actually watch the sport. I'm not going to hold David Benavidez's feet to the fire. If he beat Andrade and 3 months from now he fights a top 20 guy just to stay busy instead of sparring, there's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Nah,
you know it's a guaranteed win, but
especially not when that guy's name is Munguia. It's not like Munguia is, you know, I don't know, fucking.
So if we're gonna give
DeMar
Canelo a pass for fight Munguia, I'll give Benavidez a pass for taking a top 20 guy after Andrade, and saying fucking
top 20
June.
Like who?
Well, whatever. You know what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, just a guy that he know it might. There's a puncher's chance he can catch him, But for the most part, it's a guarantee. You know, it's a guaranteed conclusion. He's just doing this to stay sharp. If he wins in November and he comes back in December, January, February, April, or June, just to get, you know, just to get sharp and be on point to make the weight, because that weight cut's gonna be a bitch in another year for him. He's already bursting at the seams.
Especially fucking if you ain't fighting till September, he gonna definitely need that fight to cut that weight.
But I like how you went with the other point at the end. Like,
You may feel like it's
the clock's ticking now. The clock's ticking. We need a boxing schedule. Al Heyman knows that we go to DAZN, bro. Make your money, get the fighters busy, because we know that Amazon Prime deal ain't what it's shaking. They're not giving you $50 million a year. They're not giving you $100 million a year.
Bro, 50 ain't enough, though.
Apple TV.
50's not enough, and I'm not saying DAZN is gonna give them more, but there once upon a time DAZN was giving them guys 120 for 5 fights just from Wilder, like
just from Wilder. Come on, like, so just
and you only
make
was
the
getting
fight
64 million from Showtime, so I just never understood it. I never understood the reluctancy.
It was the control, Ness. He was able to dictate what he was dictating. He was making his money from more than one avenue. I can't knock the hustle. It went against the betterment of the sport, but as a businessman, it was shrewd. And I mean, I know Al Heyman's not in the red. You know what I mean? He's in the black. You know, so I can't knock that. But it's been to the detriment of the sport, and now fighters just gonna have to get off the pot, bro. Like, nah, man, you ain't a 7-figure fighter right now, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. You not. You can't bring back 2. You just can't. And
you seen that
so
article?
That's why it's on pay-per-view. But
with Eddie
which one?
saying that basically saying that the pay grade got to change, that fighters can't expect to get paid if they ain't bringing that money back.
Exactly, and I love that, Ness. That's old school shit right there. Like, bro, I front you a bag. You're supposed to get your re-up money, make a little money for yourself, and bring my shit back. What the fuck? With a little bit on top.
It's called Eddie Hearn calls for reform in boxing. Broadcasters can't continually pay money for fights that don't deliver. Right? Yeah.
That's that boxing. Yeah, no, I saw that. Like, it's just certain fans don't get it, and those are the hardcores that say they're hardcores, but they're really casuals. They don't get it. You run your own business. I'm a 1099 independent contractor, entrepreneur. I get it. If I can't, everybody got to be able to eat for the shit to work. That's why when we were having that shit with Danny the other day, I'm like, Danny, what don't you get? A press tour works. It gets the buzz. Everybody makes money. The minimums have to be, okay, this is what I can afford to give you guaranteed. You think you want X more? Motherfucker, get off your ass, sell some tickets, sell some pay-per-views, and you can get more. I'm not just going to give it to you. Every industry is tightening their belt. We're going to get to a recession next year. Motherfucking mortgage interest rates are 8%. And that's like, come on, fighters, like, nah, bro. You either take this $250,000 or, like, you know, go DoorDash or something, bro. Because we ain't got it like that no more. Which makes me laugh, Ness. These motherfuckers turned down DAZN deals. They turned down Rock Nation deals. DAZN had a blank checkbook, Ness. Blank checkbook for these cats.
I don't know if that money's still there, but again,
no, it's not. But they remember, it's crazy. Ness, are you turning down $120 million?
I mean, I don't know. Could they give them that still?
No, I'm talking about when they did do, like you just said 5 minutes ago. Like,
well, I mean, I always understood why. I mean, for you to offer me something, but I can't know what AJ's getting is pretty weird. I mean that.
But that's also business. What I pay that person, what I pay, those are two different. That's above your pay grade. I get that part.
It's not business because
that's what the Saudis doing or what they're doing.
It's not business because Crawford knows what Earl made, and Earl knows what Crawford made, and Tank knows what Brian made, and Ryan knows what Tank made. Like, that was the weirdest super fight, right? Like, Eddie was new in big fights. Let's be real. His father gave him the company, and he fucked up. Like, you don't offer flat fees in a super fight, and you sure as hell don't not let it's a super fight. How do you not tell the other guy what the man is making? Like, I mean, none of that ever made sense to me.
I will concede to you this. That super fight was a battle of egos. When
Bro,
Wilder had the leverage, he tried to over leverage.
Last
Eddie
point.
and AJ.
Even Manny knew what Mayweather made. Specifically, Manny said no to the $40 million guarantee flat. Turned around and damn near tripled that. So it's like, how does Wilder just say, yeah, I'm going to take this 120 for 5 fights or 4 fights, even though 2 of those fights are with AJ, and I'm not going to know what he makes? Then it gets leaked that AJ made $65 million for one Wilder fight. Bro, you're going to have a disgruntled guy trying to get out of his contract. We're going to have another Mikey Garcia, Andre Ward situation.
And
That's
at
trickery.
that moment, yes. In
That's
hindsight,
trickery
look
to
at
me.
where Showtime and Fox is now. It's like pick your poison. There was what I would say with that super fight, the time each side thought they had more leverage, they over leveraged. Wilder and his side over leveraged when they had the leverage. AJ and Eddie did it when they had the leverage. And now that the Saudis are like,
I can't apologize for DAZN. It's unheard of business practices.
No.
So, you know, to me, they
well,
fucked
that's how
that
they do
up.
business over there, kind of. What I've experienced from doing some business over there, they do it a little different. So even now, Ness, okay, the Saudi deal. The Saudis do business one way. What I do with Tyson Fury is different than what I do with Ngannou. Both guys don't get to know what the other guy's getting. This is what it is. It's either yes or no.
Wow, is that true?
Yeah, they do deals separately with the fighters.
I doubt it.
That's the
doubt it.
structure.
I doubt it because Tyson made it clear that Ngannou's making $10 million, and Ngannou didn't deny it. He didn't say I'm making more or less. So how the fuck does Tyson know?
Well, I didn't know their deal structure, but I'm talking about like the Saudi deals. When the way they were saying it with Wilder, Shelly Finkel, how AJ did it with Usyk, like they did the deal separate. And when Bob Arum was talking about when they were dealing with Fury, Usyk, he's like, Usyk agreed to his deal with the Saudis, Tyson agreed to his. So there is a lot of the times they do it
I
separate.
don't know. I think you're losing that.
With the fighter.
I think you're losing that in translation. You got to remember that fight didn't even take place because this kid wanted only to give Usyk 30%.
Huh?
Remember, Tyson only wanted to give Usyk 30%.
That was only 30% if the fight wasn't in Saudi, when they had to move it to the UK, remember? When they couldn't agree on the Saudi date because they couldn't accommodate the stadium in April. There was no purse split during the Saudi if it was going to take place in Saudi. Saudi's deal structure is, this is what my deal with Usyk, this is my deal with Fury. Remember when Bob said, like, the money in Saudi is crazy compared to what it would be going to the UK. So when it went to the UK, that's when Fury's like, nah, you get 30. But I do know they be doing their deal structures different because I sat with Amir Abdallah at the Canelo fight in Mexico. He was out there, and they do it a little different depending on the magnitude of the structure and the fighters involved. But shit, that's my call, Ness. I want to see the fight. We need to get PBC on DAZN, and fools are gonna. Canelo's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Ness. If he picks Munguía, they're gonna say he didn't fucking fight Benavidez. He picks Benavidez, there's going to be somebody else he's ducking. That's the cash cow problems, face of boxing problems.
Nah, that's for sure. They're going to say he ducking. Especially if you take Munguía, 47-pounder, moving up in weight. Definitely, okay. I don't know. Thank you, Rocky. I didn't forget. I sent the link to both of the fighters. I don't know. We're still waiting. That's that fighter shit. Let me try this Discord again. I mean, this Twitter Spaces, because somehow y'all can hear me, but yeah, see, I can't hear you. No one connecting. This is weird. Fucking hell. Bro, no clue. No clue. Hey, Venom, you might have to go to Discord, your other home. Uh-oh, here goes Paul Kroll. Paul, what's going on, champ?
Yeah, y'all can hear me?
Perfect. How are you?
Good, yourself? How you?
Can't complain, man. How's Houston treating you?
Good. Hot. Well, it's cooling down now, but it's hot over here.
Word. So you're on the November 25th card as well, correct?
Yes.
All right. So you're going to be coming to Vegas for the Benavidez Andrade card, and you're fighting on that undercard. Do you know your opponent already?
No, we still trying to find an opponent to accept the fight.
Oh, wow.
Story of my life.
Story of your life. Welterweight or 154?
54. Super
Okay.
welter.
Okay. Damn, that got to be difficult training without a name.
I'm kind of used to it now. You know how that go.
Yeah.
Can't complain over it. It's how it be.
What made you make the switch from Philadelphia to Houston?
Just had to get away. And Vito always, you know what I mean, I always go help Lil Vito, and it was a good opportunity. So I just said, man, I might as well. Instead of staying in the environment I was in, and it wasn't getting nowhere.
Okay. So this is only for a training camp, or did you relocate altogether?
I'm gonna come out here and train from now on with Ronnie Shields.
Okay, so he's your head trainer now.
Yeah.
How has that been? I know that he's got quite a few fighters over there now. A couple Cubans. I seen that Justin Paulo got a win again. So definitely salute to Ronnie.
Yeah, it's a great experience. He is I love it because he old school, strict. It ain't even real. It's strict, but it's like treat you with respect. Come in, train. You mean you come in, you get your work. You ain't there to play. Learning a lot.
Is this your first time training in Houston?
Yeah.
How has the climate changed? I mean, how has that been different for you in terms of running? Has it helped? Has it made it more difficult?
The first week, my sinuses, like my allergies, was acting up. After that, I was alright.
And how you dealing with the heat?
The heat, I'm cool with the heat now. I'm used to it now. And I train in a lot of stuff just to, you know what I mean, get used to the heat anyway. So, and run with a lot of stuff on so I get used to it. And then, now my body used to it.
Would you say that the styles are a bit different out there in Houston from what you used to seeing in sparring in Philly?
Yeah, I feel like Philly, we got a little more slickness with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And in Houston, they coming in right at you?
Yeah. More like mental pressure, good fundamentals and stuff like that. I feel like it was the things that you need. Like, you know, I could do all the slick stuff, but the fundamentals is the best thing, really. You know what I mean?
So did you watch the fight with Tim Tszyu and Brian Mendoza?
Yeah, I watched that fight.
What did you think of it?
Tim Tszyu looked good, man. He walked in right down. He put a great performance on. And the defense got better as he kept fighting. Like, his last couple fights, his defense got a lot better. He all right. I like Tim Tszyu. He all right.
Now, this is going to be your fifth fight at junior middleweight. Would you say you're a full-fledged middleweight at this point? You think you've grown into the division?
Yeah.
Has it been easier to make weight now that you've allowed yourself to be a junior middleweight?
Yes. I still got to train hard, but yeah, it's a lot easier. Them extra 7 pounds be killer. Like, I can't do it no more.
Do you feel like the power has changed? You know, some people feel like the cutting down takes away from your strength.
So yeah, no. Cause at 47, I still punch. It's just, I feel like I'm still strong in my speed. I feel like my endurance better at 54. Like, when I was making 40, trying to make 47, it was zapping too much. It really wasn't taking my strength. It was like I would burn out.
How do you keep pushing forward? You know, your last fight, it was a draw. Your last fight on Showtime, you had a draw with Marquise Taylor. I mean, not on Showtime, but on Pro Box. How do you keep pushing forward? How do you, I guess, stay positive, right?
So both fights, I feel like I won, but, you know, I ain't a judge. The last fight, I know for sure I won. Marquise was a little bit more. I got frustrated with the Marquise fight. I put that blame on me. You know what I mean? I made that fight harder than what it was. But it was a fight I learned from. In the last fight, I guess I should have just knocked him out. I don't know. I got hit with a couple overhands, but that's about it. I outboxed him. You know, I should have just, I just should have let my hands go a little more, I guess, and got him up out of there. Like, that's the only thing I can say about the last fight.
Speaking of Marquise Taylor, did you watch his upset? He moved up to 60.
He looked good too, man. He looked good.
Yeah. Yeah, he upset Yo Elvis Gomez. Was you expecting
Mm-hmm.
that?
Yeah, I had a feeling he was going to just because he awkward and he frustrated a lot of people. And then, like, Gomez a puncher, so I already knew he was going to be able to get in his head. Like, he smothered you a lot and get in your head and stuff like that. So I knew Gomez wasn't experienced enough in the pros to get through to him.
Hmm. So, Paul, man, what could you tell us? Obviously, you've been at this for a while, man. Do you think that 2024 is going to be your year?
Yeah. I just, man, if they give me the right fights, man, I'ma shine. That's all I said. Just give me the fights. If I can get fights, I'ma shine. I fought twice this year. This will be my third fight this year. So, you know what I mean? The more active I get, the better I'm gonna be. And that's my main priority right now, getting active. To me, like, my first two fights was two tune-up fights. To me, so I'm ready to fight. I don't care who I fight. I never care who I fight, but especially after fighting twice, like, give me somebody top 15. It don't matter to me. I like to fight.
I got Corey, who says, "Hey PK, what's the best way to understand rhythm and timing and to fully unlock your boxing IQ?"
Repeat that again.
He says, "What is the best way to understand rhythm and timing and to fully unlock your boxing IQ?" So he's asking for advice.
So what I do, for me, the first thing I do when I come out, in a fight, I try to establish my jab, you know what I mean, so I can understand my distance and everything. And then from there on, really, I take from what my corner say, and then adjusting on the fly. Like, you gotta have that ability to adjust on what your opponent doing, because your coaches might say something and tell you something, you might not see it right now, but you hold on to it and you take what they give you, and then later on you'll start to see it. So it's all about, like, just being able to analyze what's going on as the fight going on, but still, like, making sure you're doing the things you gotta do so you can do them things.
I got Mr. Big Facts that says, "Yo, PK, how you doing, champ? My question to you is, who do you have in your top 5 pound-for-pound list? And out of those 5 fighters that you mentioned, which style do you take after?"
So the top 5 pound for pound. So when I think about pound for pound, I don't think about one weight class. Like, I don't know why they say we win one world title. You beat pound for pound is multiple weight classes. So I like Crawford number 1. I'm gonna go with Canelo. You gotta give it to Inoue. It don't matter if they old fighters or not, too, right?
It's your list.
All right, so it ain't in order. Then I'm gonna say Floyd and James Toney. And the fighters I like, I feel like I like the most that I could, like, take from is Floyd, James Toney, and Crawford.
What is it about James Toney?
Just how he fight behind his Philly shell, like how he use it. Like, he use it with an aggressiveness, and I do it similar too. And he counter effectively, he counter beautifully with pinpoint accuracy.
And what about Crawford?
Crawford able to fight both sides, pick beautiful jab. He just break you down systematically.
And what do you like
And
from
mean.
Floyd?
Floyd smarter than everybody else. Outsmart everybody in that ring. He take what you give you. He take what you give him, and then when you try to stop that, you open something else up, and then he take that too.
Perfect segue. I got James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. Crawford versus Mel Charlo. Who you got?
Crawford.
Is it by knockout? You think he could do what Canelo couldn't?
No, I don't know. So we don't know because they don't fight. You know what I mean? We could look at that fight and Canelo could punch, so you wouldn't think. But Crawford, I feel like Crawford might have a better chance just because the way he punched. Canelo, you could your body tenses up. Your body gonna prepare for Canelo shots. Crawford catch you with shots you don't see. But if I'm honest, I don't think, you know what I mean, he would knock him out. And I don't know if he would win. It's like a toss-up, but Crawford would be my favorite in that fight.
Rule in the 504. Marquise Taylor just upset Gomez a few months ago. Do you want to run that fight back anytime soon?
It don't matter to me. You know what I mean? I said it after we fought, you know what I mean? We could have fought 3 weeks after that, but, you know, whatever. I'm just trying to stay active and fight. I ain't really looking for specifically nobody unless you got a world title. So my eyes right now on the world title, people with the world titles.
For sure. Champ, that's the last question, man. Want to appreciate you obviously giving us a bit of your time and coming on, letting us know how camp is. Hope they get you
great.
I hope they get you an opponent before the date gets any closer so you can at least focus in and dial in on who you got.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you, man. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Kroll. Check him out on social media. He'll be on the Benavidez and Andrade card November 25th. Phone lines are still open for anybody that wants to call in. I got Stay Wavy TV. What up?
Hey, Ness, come back to me on the next one.
I got Alex Vega. What up? While we wait for Alex to connect, go ahead and smash the thumbs up. Help me out with that visibility. What up, Alex?
Hey, man. Good evening, dog. This shit is fucking ridiculous, man.
What happened?
Canelo versus Munguía, really, bro? Like, I think it's crazy that anyone said, oh, I'm happy with this fight. Why? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Do you think Munguía really has a chance? Like, for real? Like, people that say that. I thought the point of big-time boxing was to make competitive fights or fights that we want to see.
I mean, you got to allow Canelo to give to his audience, too. Mexicans.
His audience.
I mean, this is not, because this is what the UK people do, right? This is Fabio Wardley, David Adelaide. Like,
those are guys in the come up, though. This ain't a come up. This is the top of the mountain. This is worldwide, baby. This is supposed to be elite, top level, world class fighting. Do you really consider Munguía right now a world class fighter?
Did you
you saw the Sergey Derevyanchenko fight, correct?
Did you consider Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. world class fighter? No. And when was the last time
Absolutely
he won a
not.
title?
Was it not for the people then? So we need. What the hell? And we saw how that fight went, right? I mean, that shit was a joke, was it not?
So
were you entertained?
So out of 60 fights, he's only entitled to give one back to his people, according to your standards?
I mean, he just brought John Ryder over to Mexico, and you specifically were talking about how great it was, the entrance, and which was a good entrance, you can't deny it. So I mean, he just brought it back to the people. So why the fuck do we need to see a Jaime Munguía fight?
I mean, I don't have a problem. I'm the guy that preaches one tough fight, one tune-up. This guy's a welterweight moving up. He's a former champ. You know, it's not going to be a threat. You know, it's better than Andre Ward versus Alexander Brand, better than Andre Ward versus Sullivan Barrera before we got Kovalev. So
Charlo was a tough fight.
Excuse me?
That was a tough fight. Charlo was a tough fight, huh?
Charlo was undisputed versus undisputed.
But that was a tough fight.
I mean, was it a tough fight if Crawford would have got
classes.
it? Was it a tough fight if Crawford would have got it? Is that what you're going to say if Crawford gets the Canelo fight, moving a guy up 3 weight classes?
Absolutely. I don't want to see that shit anymore, man. I saw what happened when you move a guy 2 weight classes. So why I want to see a guy 3 weight classes? You know what I do want to see? You know what the people have been calling for? It's a David Benavidez fight, bro. That's the fight we want to see. That's the fight that makes sense. You know David Benavidez is supposed to be called for his mandatory in March of 2024. But, you know, we're going to start the chance, you know, what benefits Canelo and that's just bullshit, bro. Like just drop the belt. Fuck it, dog. Like you ain't doing it for the. That's why the belts don't matter that much because people are gonna say, well, he's the mandatory Munguía. He just did the mandatory against John Ryder. He's due for the mandatory WBC. The people want the Benavidez fight. We didn't ask for this Charlo fight. It wasn't a competitive fight. So give the people what they want. They want to see you fight the top dog in your weight class because you are the undisputed champion. So run that shit. Don't run this. And also, I sent it to you on Instagram. I send you a lot of things on Instagram. You have to check. It's a little much, sorry. But Michael Benson, I think in that article, I believe on ESPN MA Keys, it says that PBC is still going to work with Showtime pay-per-view with the Canelo fights. And there was something else, bro. Yeah, I sent you a couple clips. One that's going to support this bullshit, and another one about the Benavidez WBC mandatory. I'm not with it, bro. It's bullshit, dog. Like, it's 8 months in between fights. What the fuck? That was not a tough fight for him. I mean, I understand sometimes they say, make it look easy, but come on, bro. We saw the way Charlo was fighting. You saw it, right?
I mean, Charlo was fighting that way because, he's seen what happened when he tried to do anything else. He was getting hit.
So, like I said, was that really a tough fight? It was undisputed versus undisputed. So what the fuck does that mean, bro? Like, what did those belts do for Charlo in that ring? Because all I saw was a motherfucker scared to get hit.
It was also the camp, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a fight. It's a tough camp.
Perfect. So he's motivated. So let's get it. Let's get it against Benavidez, bro. How could you not want the same thing?
I don't have any issue with him staying active while he waits for Benavidez.
What is there to wait for? Benavidez is fighting November 25th. If he wins, shouldn't I don't understand. It'd be Plant and Andrade,
bro,
back to back.
Like I've told you a million times, if Al wanted Benavidez, it would be Benavidez.
But what about us? Listen, this is why boxing's where it is, because we keep getting these bullshit after bullshit fights at times, bro. The Charlo shit was a fucking scam. Now we're going to get the Munguía fight to give to the people. He gave to the people. The John Ryder fight, no one asked for that. Mandatory. Perfect. In Mexico. Thousands of people there. Put on a show, like you say. Great entrance. Cool. He fought 12 tough rounds. He proved that he can fight the Mexican style. Put on a 12-round masterclass, as you were putting it, which I wasn't a big fan of that fight either because I feel like he slowed down. So, listen, fight Benavidez. That's it. You say you the still man? You say you to face the boxing? Well, face the boxing, they give the people what they want. We don't care about Munguía. You're lying to the people, and you're lying to yourself if you really say, I'm cool with this fight. This is a good fight. You know how it's going to end. Munguía on the fucking canvas.
Bro, but that's how most Canelo fights end. Like, what are we talking about?
But we don't feel the same about Benavidez, right? We feel he's going to get, out of all the available fighters, besides Terrence Bud Crawford, what people are just obsessing about, Benavidez is that guy. He checks undefeated, former champion, right? Munguia's a former champion, part Mexican. Bam, he checks that too. Mandatory, he checks that as well.
Have you not learned to not count your chickens before they hatch?
Has boxing not learned that it's in a very bad spot, and these type of things are the reason why it is where it is? They say there's rumors saying Sky Boxing might be getting out of boxing as well. This isn't just people like when they hate on PBC, shit on them. But look, they say Top Rank might be done at ESPN. Now they're saying Sky Boxing might be reevaluating on their boxing content.
I mean, they got a shit product too. Anybody that has a shit product is gonna reevaluate it. Like, what the fuck is Boxer giving Sky, and what is Showtime giving?
Canelo Munguía is a shit product, and that's my whole point.
But it's a shit product to you. It's commercially a success.
Put a poll. Let's put a poll then.
Champ, commercially a success. You don't want to believe that?
I'm not putting my money towards it. But you're right. You're right. That's the problem with us boxing fans, is that we settle. I've said it before. I be hating it. I said it at the Charlo fight, man. I was against it. Fight week came. I started changing myself a little bit, my mindset. And then shame on me because my original thought was right. Nah, bro, I'm keeping my 10 toes down on this. I ain't fucking with it. I ain't supporting it. I like Canelo. I like him. I like everything he's done. from once he came to America all the way through Triple G, all the way probably to I don't know Sergey Kovalev around that time. But bro, since then it's like come on, dog. Can we really get the bone? The bone is the Benavidez fight. I don't know what else to say, bro.
All right, champ. All right. I mean, you guys are really frustrated. But we were talking about the Amanda Serrano card. They're going to be, they've announced the broadcast team for Most Valuable Prospects 3. It's going to be Paulie Malignaggi. What's my man from Combi Box? What's his name? Dan Canabito. You got Jimmy Lennon Jr. calling the fight. Paulie Malignaggi, I said that. Wade Pem? I don't know who that is. And why is this Sybil girl look like Holly Holmes? I'm screen sharing this. She looks like Holly Holmes right here. Let's stop. That's not. Oh, wait. That is Holly Holmes. That is Holly Holmes. Sybil's the one on top. Okay. What the fuck is Holly Holmes doing there? That's strange. Shout out to them. Phone lines are open if you want to call. 1-425-569-5241. Press 1. Twitter Spaces ain't working. Y'all can hear me. I can't hear y'all. No clue what's going on. Landline is available if you want to use that to call in. We're going to go back to Stay Wavy. What up?
That's what's happening, man.
Chilling.
Hey, I got to agree with the last caller, Ness. Like, I feel like hardcore boxing fans is not really going to have a problem with the Munguia fight. But, like, casuals, like, dudes that's not really, like, watching boxing hardcore like that, bro, I feel like they're going to have a problem with it. And then you probably don't remember, but I told you Canelo's next fight wasn't going to be Crawford. Like, I'll bet you
I mean,
$100.
Nothing is official
Canelo.
yet, champ. Nothing is official.
That's true. But I'm telling you, Ness. I'm telling you, bro. His next fight's not gonna be. It's not gonna be Crawford, bro. Trust me, Ness. Like Ness, I'm telling you, bro. He's not gonna fight Crawford next, bro. It's just, it's too risky, man. Canelo, he gonna tell the people that it's not, but it's too risky. I think Canelo would beat Crawford, but I mean, Canelo just ain't trying to take like. I don't know. At the same time, he got losses, but I think those losses he got, he didn't expect to get them. Especially against Bibble. I don't think he expected to lose that fight. But Canelo don't want to fight Benavidez, man. I don't see Canelo fighting Benavidez before he retires. I think he's just gonna keep picking fights that he feels like that's gonna give him the best chance to win. Like he might fight the other Charlo brother. He's probably gonna fight Munguía. You know what I'm saying? Then he might move back up to 175, fight somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But, we want to see Canelo fight David Benavidez, man, 100%, man. That's the best fight to be made for Canelo because it's the best chance of, of him, like, losing to a dude that's, like, on his level. You know what I'm saying? Like, David Benavidez is the Mexican monster, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Canelo been dunking him, man. He's been dunking him for years, man. David Benavidez been calling him out. Ness, we haven't seen Canelo say one time that he want to fight David, bro. He hasn't said it one time. So he clearly don't want to fight the man, Ness. He would have said he wanted
He's
to
a promoter, bro. He's a promoter.
Who, Canelo?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. But, Ness, I respect you, though, man. You ride for your boy Canelo, man. I respect that, man. You loyal, Ness. You know what I'm saying? That's a real nigga tendency, man. I got no problem with that, Ness. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, too many dudes throw their fighters away, man. That's not what we supposed to be about.
Facts, and that's the thing. Like Canelo's resume is on point. That's you know what I'm saying. Like Canelo's fought a lot of top competition. If he chooses not to fight David, it's not gonna leave a stain on his career. Canelo's still gonna be a legend regardless. So Canelo, he can do what he want to do, bro. He's the face of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Tank is probably number 2, but Canelo's definitely hands down the face of boxing. When you're the face of boxing, you do what the fuck you want to do. You know what I'm saying, Ness?
Absolutely.
But this Francis and Tyson fight, Ness, I'm tired of these MMA dudes stepping into the boxing ring. I want to see a boxer step into the MMA ring, Ness. seen this guy's UFC fights. He has no stamina. He gasses out. You know what I'm saying? He punches pretty slow. Now, if he connects, it's trouble. But I know Tyson Fury, being the skillful boxer he is, he ain't gonna land no right hand on Fury that's gonna do no damage, especially with them big ass boxing gloves. This fight is gonna be an embarrassment, man. And I'm tired of, it's good for the sport of boxing because it brings more fans to the sport. But the shit is just not entertaining to me, man. Like, after I just seen that Logan Paul shit, I said, I'm not watching, like, those fights no more. Like, Ness, I got a Fire Stick. I don't even want to watch this shit illegally. Like, I'm just not interested in it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, Tyson gonna knock him out, and I'm definitely gonna tune into the Tyson versus Usyk fight. But that's all I got. Make sure you thumbs up, subscribe. The Boxing Voice, biggest boxing podcast in the world. You know what I'm saying? Salute the Ness and Danny. I'm out.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Trying Twitter Spaces again. Let's see if Brandon will be the one to get lucky, but I doubt it. It's just not working. We'll try and run some tests on that. We got Ronnie on the check-in. What up?
What's going on, Ness? How you doing, bro?
Chilling.
I kind of agree with the other callers. I'm not big on this fight, you know what I'm saying? And I rock with Canelo. But, yeah, I'm ready for the Benavidez fight, brother. If Benavidez get past Andre, then it's time, bro. It's time to quit ducking and go to get the smoke, you mean? Benavidez been calling him out to the point now where he's kind of like giving up on it. My opinion, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we all got our own opinion, but that's mine. I was calling in, bro. I wanted to call in yesterday. I told you I'm working that fucking job, man, so I can't call in the mornings, but I'll be listening to you guys on YouTube, bro. And, man, you had a good-ass point yesterday, dog. You guys were talking about Paul Williams and Margarito, but you said something, bro, that had me fucking laughing, and I was like, fucking Ness, bro. You said Paul Williams beat an undefeated Margarito. Tell me how fucking Mayweather know who he is. And I was like, hold up. Margarito had a bunch of losses early. When Paul Williams beat Margarito, he had 4 losses already, brother.
And little clerical error, man. Little clerical error.
I know. I'm just talking shit, brother. But that was my era. That's when I was big. That was when I was fucking, man. I'm telling you, have all the ring magazines, the KO magazines, the boxing magazines, all that shit just stacked up in my house because we didn't have social media, bro. So we didn't know what upcoming fights there were. That was my way of finding out what fights were coming up. You know what I'm saying? I had to buy every magazine just to make sure I knew what the fuck was up, whose rankings were what. But that was just me back in the day, bro, trying to study my shit to the fullest. But, yeah, man, great shows, brother. Like I said, sorry I can't call in as much, homie, you know what I'm saying? But, man, and last week, too, man, Rocha hit the bed, bro. You mean? But,
that motherfucker.
Man, homie,
that shit was that fight hurt, man. That shit, he got an ass whooping almost as bad as Earl.
Yeah, he did. It was bad, brother. He beat his ass down, bro.
Word.
But my bets were fucked from the beginning. Fucking Hatton, that disqualification fucked my shit up from the jump.
Bro, but we did multiple bets. Why you only did them all with Hatton? What the hell?
I did about 3 or 4 bets, but all my bets had Rocha winning.
Me too, though. Me too.
And I think 2 of mine had Hatton by decision. So that disqualification in that third kind of messed my shit up, bro.
Bro, and it was like 10 seconds left in the fight, right? How much time was left in that fight? A minute or some shit? Fucking referee, bro.
I just know it was the last round, bro. I didn't get a chance to catch the fight. I was sleeping, I think, when that fight was on. Taking my nap after work, bro. That's like party Friday night shit or Saturday night.
I was pissed off.
Well, yeah, you guys gonna have a Benavidez fucking fight party, huh?
I don't know. It's looking like we are. We definitely put out, the pre-sale to see what the public feels like. If we got enough people, we'll do it. We got the spot for sure.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to check into it. I would like if I go back down there again, I'd like to take my brother in with me. You know what I'm saying? I think we could all go down there as a family and shit, go check it out.
For sure.
But like always, brother, man, thank you guys for your content, homie. We appreciate it, brother. Make sure everybody send that thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe, man. You guys take it easy. Have a good night.
Appreciate you, Ronnie. Let's see. Remember, guys, Twitter Spaces is not working properly, so we can't take callers there. If you want to call in, use the landline or our Discord till we get that fix. If you're just listening, you're more than welcome to stay there. Average boxing fan, what up? While we wait for him to connect, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. I got Julio Guzman said Benavidez and his fans need to focus on Andre. Very true. You got Alex calling in here like it's a gimme that, Benavidez is going to make it to that Canelo fight. Average boxing fan. You? No average boxing fan. Let me see what else we got while we wait for him. Checking these super chats. Do apologize. Looks like we got Ken Stone, $2. Personally, think PBC ends up on Peacock and NBC. Yeah, I mean, pretty crowded. You got Sky Sports over there. It's like, I can't say it's crowded because I want them to go to DAZN, right? But Sky Sports just went over there with Boxer, or Boxer just went over there. Modern King Boxing, $2. He on that champ level. The voice of the people, by the people, TVB for life. Salute. We got Big Supermax, $5 super chat. Canelo gave you Liam Smith, then Chavez Jr., then boom, gave you Triple G fight. You're going to get what you want, big money, and you still watch, legally or not. Mad Bent on that champ level, $5. Daily dose of Tanquil. Which 3 fighters y'all want Tanquil? Name in order of importance. Julio Guzman, we read that. Let's see what we got. Did average boxing fan reconnect, or is it a total fail? All right, he switched over to Blog Talk. What up, average boxing fan?
Yo, what up, bro? What up?
What's up?
Yo, I can't believe there's so many people that are upset, bro. Me, I don't really care, because I've learned that we never get what we fucking want when we want it. You know? People waste time on fucking being upset over shit they don't have any control of. It's funny to me. I don't have a problem with the fight like you. Stay busy fight or whatever. I mean, I hear everybody calling him a duck. I mean, if he does or doesn't fight him, your perspective on him is still gonna be a fucking duck. You know what I'm saying? We used to say that about Floyd and Manny. How long did it take us to get that fight, man?
7 years, no?
7 years of calling that man a duck, and what did he do? Fought him. Beat the shit out of him. Then he fucking had one more fight and fucking fully retired from actual boxing. Like, y'all need to chill. This motherfucker's still young age-wise. He's still young age-wise. We have a while to fucking get that fight. I hope it does happen, though, soon, too. Because I don't want it to be super prolonged as well. But yeah, bro, people need to fucking just chill. Watch the shit. You're going to watch it anyway. A nice little build-up. I think it's a good little fucking match for him, too. Because I feel like Munguía and David are similar. Except one is more of a volume puncher, but Munguía does let them hands go. And he carries more power. So, yeah, bro, that's it. People need to chill and just fucking enjoy that shit. Because even if you cry, we're not going to get what we want at all. You know, the face of boxing does what they want, when they want. Fucking Tank, a lot of people call him the face of boxing. And have we gotten Haney? Tank? Have we gotten Haney Shakur? Haney, I mean, not Haney, Tank Haney, Tank Shakur, Tank Teal. We didn't even get Tank Loma. Nobody calls that motherfucker a dog. Like, y'all's criteria has to be slapped equally to every fighter because they have different criteria for their favorite fighters, bro.
Yeah, it's never gonna be equal. You know that.
Yeah. Like I trip out. Like I hear motherfuckers in the back call say something, and I'm like, I mean, you criticize this motherfucker for doing it, but then your fighter over here is doing the same shit, and I don't hear you call him a duck. Like the homie C-Dub, bro. You know he calls Canelo a duck because he ducked Boo Boo. So I gotta troll the homie and tell him, well, Boo Boo ducked Johnny back. He didn't want to fight him. He dropped the belt. Chose, yeah, like see, it's fucking to me, it's dumb. Like y'all need to chill with that shit, bro. That's all I got right now, Ness. I'll probably tune back in later if I gotta say some other shit, bro.
You the man, champ. But it's probably over now. I think we've gotten to everybody. Last call for alcohol. If you want to call in, now is certainly the time to do so. 1-425-569-5241 is the number to call. And remember, we're back tomorrow at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and right back at you at 4 p.m. We got Burrow City E. What up?
Yeah. What the fuck is up? Hey, listen. Like I was sitting down when I read this news that broke out, man. Well, first of all, shout out to motherfucking Jake Paul for getting Amanda that 12 round 3 minute round. That 12 round bout 3 minute rounds. You know what I mean? That's love for boxing. We need more of that. I mean, shout out the motherfucker a trailblazer. You can say what you want about Jake, but he a trailblazer, man. He doing that shit his way, and he lighting the path behind him. But you're back to Canelo. I'm not mad. I'm not happy about the fight, but I ain't mad at it because, like, if Jaime Munguia fight like how he normally fight, this is a fan friendly fight. Like, I just don't see how you could. It ain't exactly what you want, but you can't be mad when like you know what I mean. Once it had hit your plate, because the motherfucker do taste alright. You know what I mean? Like I think this alright fight. I feel like Canelo got the feel for a taller fighter with the reach with Jamel, even though Jamel didn't live up to the bill. And I think now he going against Jaime, to get the fighter who throw a lot of punches with the high output like David. So you know what I mean? Back to back fights, he get used to a longer reach. Then now he getting back used to a guy with a high output. I like it. I think he fuck around might stop Jaime. I don't know if Jaime defensively responsible enough to just come in there and know when not to throw, know when to clinch, and know when to get back out of reach. I think he just go come in there and let his hands go and try to put some pause. If they do fight, try to put some pause on Canelo, but I could see Canelo countering him with some sharp shit, man, because, like, I saw Drevenchenko putting paws on him. Like, right, he almost dropped him. Look, he was about to stop him one time. And I just could imagine Canelo, the motherfucker, you can say what you want, but he get you hurt bad, he can finish your ass. So, I mean, I ain't too happy about the fight, but I ain't too mad about the fight either. How you feel?
Man, it's better than Ward versus Alexander Brand. As long as we get in Benavidez in September, I don't care who he fighting in May. I mean, I'd rather him fight Crawford.
I would too. I ain't mad at that. I really would rather him fight Crawford too. I ain't against that. I'm with you on that. But
I don't know.
As long as Benavidez is next, my nigga, that's all I'm with, man. I swear.
I don't even know how he want to fight Jaime rather than Crawford. Like, that shit don't make no sense. Financially, Crawford the bigger fight in my opinion.
Exactly. I feel like people will talk shit about it, but I feel like it's different when you be the pound for pound number one man. Like, I mean, that's not it's different when you beat somebody on a pound for pound list versus just a regular Joe Smoke coming up and rape. You know what I mean? I feel like it's different to me.
But it's not your time.
That's my call, man.
You right. Yeah. Let's see who else we got. Phone lines are open for those that want to call in. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up. Share the show. This way we get more callers with new opinions, different opinions. All right, we going out to, there you go. What's this? Brand new caller? It's a brand new caller. In Anaheim, who's this? Hello, 760.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, what's up? It's calls from Twitter, bro. It's 'cause like Twitter's down, bro, and they can't. And I could hear you, but like you can't hear us, right?
I know. I can't hear y'all. Calls, what up?
Well, yeah. Well, bro, like.
Were you in
Munguía
Anaheim?
versus Canelo, man. I actually. No. I'm in the county of San Diego. I don't know why it popped out as Anaheim.
You got it. Talk to us.
But yeah, Canelo versus Munguía, bro. I actually like the fight, man, 'cause it's like they both started at 147 and they were both in golden boy at one point. And then Canelo could be like, "Hey guys, I'm fighting a Mexican," when I said I wasn't gonna fight one. So and like once Munguía gets past John Ryder, because I believe he'll get past John Ryder, because John Ryder, he got his nose broken by Canelo. Munguia's gonna have two common opponents with Canelo already. And like that Derevchenko fight was a good fight. I actually thought Munguía lost that fight. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's a good fight with Munguía and Canelo, man. Because it's also like when they were in talks with Benavidez and Munguía, man. I actually wanted to see the fight too, so I don't want to be a hypocrite and like bash this fight because it's like Canelo, man. But like people can't get too mad about Canelo Munguía. It's gonna generate good numbers. It's gonna sell. It's gonna sell for sure. And Munguía does have a big fan base. When I saw him in Ontario, man, like it felt like an event there because that shit was packed. You don't like the Munguía and Canelo fight, Ness? You rather see the Crawford fight?
Yeah, if I had my choice, I'd rather him fight Crawford. But I don't mind the Munguía if I can't get Crawford.
Yeah, and also the press conference is gonna be pretty lit, man. Like if Oscar's there, like that shit's gonna be entertaining. And it's well, I really like the fight, man. Like it's a good fight. Like people can't get too mad about it. I mean, like nobody was asking for Floyd and Berto like back then either way. So, but yeah, that's my call now. Just because I'm heading back to work. But thank you for letting me call in again.
Appreciate you, brother. Without you, there's no us. Thanks for calling in. I got James Benitez. What up?
Yo, what's up, Ness? You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. You know, just to piggyback off of that, nobody asked for Floyd and Berto. Nobody asked for Tank and Hector Garcia. I mean, it's a lot of shit that we ain't asked for, man, but it's still going to be a decent fight. I mean, look, man, I'm hearing people call and say it should be Benavidez and all this and that, man. But look, as long as it's not Jamal Charlo, man, who really gives a fuck? Everybody else is going to give us a little bit more fight than what the Charlos gave, man. You know, Mel was an embarrassment. Maul's an embarrassment in social media and shit. Yes, I would like Bud Crawford to be fighting, but it is what it is, man. I think it's a top. At least this guy is a top 10. Is a top 10 dang on super middleweight, man. So I'm not really tripping too much, man. Other than that, man, I know this ain't on. And Serrano, of course, she's gonna win. Yeah, that's her prediction. She's gonna win on that. Other news, man. What you think of the Keyshawn and Pedraza, man? What you think of that fight?
I mean, I don't like the Pedraza is going to move back down to 35 where he hasn't fought since 2019.
Come on, dog. I mean, I agree. You know, there's some people that thinking that Pedraza's still going to argue that's going to dominate and win the fight, man. he could be a Latin bias, and he's one of your longtime favorite callers, man. You know, Keem the Dream. He really believes that. So I already patting his pockets down for that fight, man. But I know you ain't thinking Pedraza got a chance, right?
Nah, especially not coming down to 35 after all those years. How many years is that? We in 2023. That's 4 years ago.
So you think that's actually a good step up? So what the heck you think is next for Keyshawn?
I
Man?
don't
You
know
think,
about good step up.
I
I think it's a free fight.
It's a free fight because that's technically Tank's best opponent, right?
I mean, if you don't want to say Leo.
If you don't want to say Leo. Okay, cool. I'm just checking, man. I'm just checking. So if he starts calling out Tank after that fight right there, he won't be wrong, right?
If who starts calling out Tank?
Keyshawn.
I mean, he won't be wrong because he got a common opponent?
Yeah. Niggas do that every day, B.
I
You
guess.
know that,
I mean, that's what Munguía doing, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Anyways, Ness, man, just trying to just throw some bullshit out there because I know caller behind me going to say something wild. So either way it goes, Ness, man. Love the evening shows, man. Love what you do every day, man. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
All right. So, looks like we got to everyone on the landline. Let me check here on Discord. We got special feature. What up, Louisiana?
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because we have trouble before. I mean, this is not a terrible fight, but I understand people's frustration because we've been wanting the Benavidez fight. We had to wait for Mayweather Pacquiao. We had to wait for Crawford and Spence, and we still haven't gotten AJ and Wilder. Although Wilder put a video on Instagram yesterday or sometime recently and said, "Okay, AJ, we made the fans wait long enough. Let's make this fight in 2024." Hopefully, they do that. But again, it's not a terrible fight. We're just tired of waiting. We want to, if Canelo really is the king, defend your throne. We want, whatever. And as far as the Ngannou Fury, what I was trying to say earlier, like people really think that Fury just gonna run through Ngannou, but like, yeah, he's an MMA fighter, but let's not overlook this man. Now, he has some of his MMA skills might come in handy, especially if he manages to hurt Fury because he's bigger than Wilder. And Fury's not going to be able to lean on him because he's used to that. With the MMA, I'm not saying he's going to win because this is boxing, but in the same token, Fury couldn't fight him in an MMA cage and win. I just feel like, I understand there's competition between the sports, but both sports have their merits. It may not exactly be a cakewalk. It should be easy because it's an MMA fighter, but it could also turn out to be tougher, especially since, he's fighting him Saturday, and he's already got another fight planned. Hopefully, Fury's got his head on Ngannou, and he's not thinking about Usyk because he feels like this one's already in the bag. And then Ngannou catches him with something because that is going to shake up the whole heavyweight boxing world if something crazy happens Saturday. But that's my call.
All right. Special feature. Thanks for calling in. Looks like we got. Is that lids low? Let me double check the list. This is. Give me a sec. I'm sorry. It is a new caller. All right. We'll take that. In the 404 Atlanta, who's this? Fuck.
Yo, it's
quick.
This ain't
What's
no,
up?
This
Yeah,
ain't no
yeah,
new
yeah,
caller.
yeah. My bad. I
It's
seen
all
it
good.
late.
It's all love, man. I mean, yeah, damn. Yesterday we had Floyd slander. Now it's Canelo slander. These dudes just don't know boxing. If you can hate on Canelo, I mean, the resume speaks for itself. We can go back. They said he was scared of Trout. He fought him, beat him. Said he was scared of Lyle. fought him, beat him, fought Kirkland, fought Angulo, he fought Cotto. Must I keep going? It's like the dude is. I'm not mad at how he playing it. He trying to maximize his profits. He only got a couple of big fights left. I made this comment a couple of shows ago. I said, every fighter is not gonna have a Super Bowl or a nemesis where you're going to get a big event and a big fight that transcends the sport. Canelo pretty much already had that with Triple G. He might got more and more with Benavidez. So, yeah, they marinating a little bit. But if anybody's going to do that, I think you got to give Canelo the leeway to do that. Goddamn, he's going to fault everybody in the sport. My question to you, Ness, is this. Let's say he tries to wait David out till next September, and David's like, I can't make 168 no more. Will he fight him at 175?
Will Canelo fight David at 75?
At 75. Would you think that would be an impediment to the fight if David says, I can't make 68 no more? We got to do it at 75?
I guess not, but again, I'm the A side. Why would I give you an advantage of being younger and bigger? I'd rather let you be younger and struggle to make weight. This ain't nothing here to be fair.
He could pull that card, but at the same time, when you trying to line up your money fights, if he's doing it for the legacy, I don't know if he'll let the people down by saying, well, I don't want to fight David at 75 when you've already had 2 fights at 75. You fought Kovalev and Bivol, and you trying to get the rematch with Bivol at 75. So it's like, Well, I don't know if he would do that or not, but that's the only thing I could see. Because, Crawford, he already said it. It could be a risky fight. It could not. I think he's probably too big, but he's only got a few more left. So I think he's trying to milk him out as much as he can. If David's going to be one, then maybe Crawford's another one, because we got to think, how long is Canelo going to keep doing this? He's close to 70-plus fights. He's getting there. That's a lot of – he's 33 years old, but that's a lot of wear and tear boxing-wise. He's an old man for boxing with 70 fights.
Word.
So, but that's my call. I just wanted to chime in. Appreciate the time, man. Keep rocking.
You got it. Damn, bro. I feel so bad. Peter Dobson's fight is canceled, bro. This is some bullshit. Pat McCormick is hurt with an elbow injury. What type of fucking BS is that? Damn, yo. My man's fight fucking... That's 2 Matchroom fighters that pulled out of Dobson's fights, bro. That's crazy. I wanted to see this opportunity he was getting to see, what he could do, because obviously, he's been asking for an opportunity for a minute now. So it would have been good to see. But I'll screen share the post for you guys. For those that do know Peter Dobson. This is his Instagram. And obviously he's letting you know he's a free agent and he has a vision. I'm not going to read the whole shit. Paraphrasing, he says he's a free agent. He wants to work with Eddie. He feels Eddie Hearn is the promoter that can take him to the next level. But he's had two fights that he took with Eddie. This one last year, October 29th, fell out. And, this one, November 11th, already fell out. Fucking sucks. This game is tough. Very unfortunate, man. Very unfortunate. I got Jay Will in Ohio. What up? Jay Will. Jump out, jump back in for the reconnect. I got JXV88, $2 super chat. At least he ain't fighting Charlo next. Word. I couldn't take 2 Charlos back to back. Yo, I put my pre-sale idea out on my community page. So, please come on over. Give me your idea. Let me screen share this. It's my pre-sale idea. It's not patent pending, so they'll probably steal it from me. And that's okay. God is always taking care of us. But I'll read this, right? And I should have got my guy Mario Munguia to write this even better, but whatever. I said, if I told you I could make Terrence Crawford versus Jerron Boots Ennis in 6, that should have been 6 months. This is why you need someone to proof edit. But 6 months from today, I could only guarantee it if we got 300,000 pre-sale pay-per-view buys, which some people already in the comment section said that's excessive. And it is. It's certainly a lot of guaranteed money. If you do 300,000 times 80, it's $24 million. So certainly you have Terrence's guaranteed of hypothetically 10 and Boots' guarantee of hypothetically, I don't know, 2 to whatever. I'll leave that open-ended for the Boots fans, right? And then there's plenty of other money for logistics, hotels, and profit. But anyway, so I went on to say we would have 90 days to come up with the 300,000 pre-sale pay-per-view buys. If we do, we get the fight 90 days from the date of the completed pay-per-view buy day. We have 90 days to come up with the 300,000 pay-per-view buys, and then 90 days until the fight. Total of 6 months from the start date for the pre-sale. I believe this idea will help us get the fights we want, plus show the broadcasters what we really want. Let me know what you think of this idea. Remember, we can do this with any fight. So take out Terrence Crawford and Jerron Boots Ennis. Put in Canelo and Benavidez. Put in Wilder and whoever, right? Wilder and AJ. But if you go down to the comments, one person had an issue, right? So far, because this is new. I did this before the show. Somebody had an issue with the amount. I'm trying to find it. He says something like, it would be better if the pre-sale was only, here we go. He said 300,000 is a ridiculous number for any fight with Bud that isn't Earl Spence, Canelo, or Benavidez. 150, 200,000 may be better. So let's try with 150,000 times the 80. We got 12 million, which technically we still can do the fight. We can still guarantee Bud 10, guarantee Jerron 2, same thing. 150 for Canelo. Doesn't do it because Canelo got a $50 million guarantee. But fights with Benavidez and Berlanga, you can do it. Pretty much any fight with that 150,000 pre-sale buy, pay-per-view buy, you have $12 million to put on any fight, which there's no fight you can't put on, right? Like, if you consider Devin Haney and Shakur, you already got 150,000 pay-per-view pre-sale, so you guarantee Devin, let's say 6.5, and Shakur anywhere from 3.5 to 4.5 maybe, right? Then they split the pay-per-view buys after 150,000 pay-per-view buys. Why? Because they obviously have to make back the money, from the pre-sale. Well, they don't have to make it back because the pre-sale is there, so that's actually made already. I don't know. I'm telling you, this is a great idea. Someone in the comments said, you need to get this idea to Eddie. Where is he at? Let's give him credit. Someone called it a horrible idea, but it's all right. It's out, and here we go. Shout out to Dola, who said, you need to bring that to Eddie or Oscar. This is a great idea for all of the big potential fights, which I do believe it is. You know, you can take out any fight and do it. We got 12 million, right? So what's another fight we want? Thurman and Boots, right? Like $12 million, that's a good enough budget. There's no way, even if Thurman wants the ridiculous rumored internet, $10 million that he wanted for Crawford, it's still doable. Obviously it's up to Boots not to be like, yo, how's he getting 10 and I'm only getting 2? I don't want to do that. But there's still 12 million to play with right there to satisfy fighter purses. But with 12 million, let's be real, these fuckers could do a whole, pay the main event and the undercards. I mean, Boots hasn't gotten a step up. How much is Giovanni Stantillion versus Boots going to cost us? They don't even need to do 150,000 pay-per-view buys, pre-sale or post. They don't need to be paid 12 million. They don't need to divide 12 million, 6 million each. They're not on that level. You could give those two guys 2 million each, and that's great money for them. Great money for that fight. I just believe this idea works. And, I put it out there. I should have fucking proofread because now I'm missing the word 6 months. I got 6, not months. But, hey, hopefully people give it, time and read it through and give me their response. It's also some multiple choice answers here. I like this idea, and I would buy a pre-sale pay-per-view for this fight. 53%. Bad idea, 9%. Only if they charge my card the day of the fight like a hotel, meaning you go to the site, you do agree that you want this fight, that you will buy, and they charge you the day of. For my dudes that deal with the Confirm app and you buy your Yeezys, it's no different, right? You sign up for the raffle that day, but they ain't charging you till you actually win the raffle. So again, the network gets the commitment they need from their subscriber, their potential customer, and it's a guaranteed on your credit card, no different than a hotel, right? And that's why I put that on the multiple choice. I said, charge my card the day of the fight like a hotel. When I reserve my hotel, they don't charge me for the room. I get there. I stay there. I check out, then they charge my credit card. I don't even got to show it again. You feel me? So this idea is not far-fetched. Refunds to credit cards have been 4 to 5 business days for years. Have I dealt with massive refunds, meaning hundreds of thousands of refunds? No. But let those motherfuckers buy the servers and prepare for this sort of traffic. Another multiple choice answer I put was, only if the price is less since I purchased the pre-sale, which makes fucking sense. It's like, Ness, I like your idea, but why the fuck am I giving them $80 up front while other motherfuckers is going to pay the day of, maybe not pay, maybe steal it, stream it? You're right. Pre-sale people should get a discount. So if I'm going to fucking sign up to your pre-sale, man, that shit got to be cheaper. How much cheaper? I'm not even going to say. I would be comfortable with $25 off the $80 price. Just saying. You want my money up front? Because essentially, I'm sure this is probably illegal in some way because it's like a small form of a Ponzi, right? Because they're getting all our money up front. Even though they don't, depending on what form of credit payment you use. Because again, if they do it the way the idea is intended and originated, means you don't get charged. You're just making the financial commitment. Day of, they automatically charge. Once you give your consent, you cannot go back the day of and be like, nah, I changed my mind. Because, you feel me, they need to know how many guaranteed buys they're going to get. Now, if that money was up front, then I think that could be a problem because it's like now they're using our money to make money and we're not getting any profit or interest. So I don't know if that's some sort of financial laws or whatever. But if we just keep it to the credit card thing, put in your fucking credit card. We're not going to charge you to the day of the pay-per-view, but we got your we got your written consent that you are 1,000% committing to this pay-per-view. I think that's good enough for the promoters. That gives them the leverage they need. You know, now as a promoter, I go to any network and it's like, look, I got 150,000 pre-sale. These people want this fight. Now we got 90 days to really promote this fight. So my last option is boxing is broken and will never do this because there are people that believe, you know, boxing is a niche sport. It's run by the people that it's run the way that it's run for a reason. So maybe even if this idea was the answer, they wouldn't use it because they like the way that it's broken because it benefits them. But that's all I got. Remember, this is on my community page. Feel free to come over, give me your thoughts, write a comment in the comment section if you want to elaborate, or you can obviously just vote on the multiple choice. C-Dub, Twitter Spaces is not working, bro. You can hear me, but it's not allowing you guys to connect. Yeah, you see? See, I hear nothing. I don't know. After this, I'm going to do a whole fucking reset on my mixer in case I touched buttons I wasn't supposed to. I'm not sure what's going on. But you could call in on the landline or you could call in on Discord. And let me double check what we got here. We got one super chat, price right, $5 Ness. How would your idea work with those planning on going to the fight? I'm in Cali and go to most big fights in Cali, Vegas. Well, it doesn't pertain to you because, you know, tank fights sell 150,000 and still do 20,000 in the arena. So this idea doesn't affect you. You just get to go to great fights that promoters use this idea to develop those fights, right? Like, you know, because yeah, you went to whatever fight you went to in Cali and Vegas, but if you go to, you know, the fight that you've been wanting, it's going to be more meaningful, you know. At least I would hope, right? Like if you finally got your Benavidez Canelo, you're going to be ecstatic. Like that's what we want to believe. But it looks like I got a caller here. Let me see who is this. Jay in LA.
What's up, Ness? How you do? How you do?
Straight. How are you?
Good, good. Hey, I got a little bit of a solution. I've been kind of contemplating this for a long time about the situation, kind of mixing your idea about the whole thing, showing them that, hey, these people are willing to prepay for the fights they want, and that way these promoters and cable companies and pay-per-view providers know, hey, people are willing to put down money on this fight, right? But to your point, you know, what happens when, you know, things back out or whatever? I would say this. I would be willing to say, look, let's set up a system where we, the boxing fans, are investors. We're going to prepay the pay-per-view, take all the money up front, no discount, okay? So the promoters and the pay-per-view realize they're going to get all that pay-per-view up front. So if they're going to plan to charge, say, $100 for that pay-per-view, we really want it, we're going to prepay the 100. The difference is this: the early investors, we're going to get a percentage back of the profits. So that way, if that pay-per-view is successful, we're going to get a share back of the profits. Hence, there's the back-end discount as a profit interest or a dividend type thing versus getting a discount up front, right? All the other investors after a certain time that pay for, you know, once the fight is announced and they're paying to pay-per-view, they're just paying for the pay-per-view and getting the fight, but they're not going to get any money back from the possible lucrative side of that fight. That could be one play. You could also do a play where you're going to be an early investor, also buying a seat for the ring in the fight. For the guy that was talking about, you know, I'm in California, and I can get to the fights. Well, you can be on the investor side for that fight with a seat, and that way you have like a dib when the fight is announced. You're going to get access to a seat, right? And your level of investment will be different. Your payout will be different coming off of that success of that fight. What do you think, Ness?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like anything that's going to give a kickback to the fan, especially if we are the investor. See, because my idea, essentially, we are an investor and we're not getting anything but the fight that we want. So your idea gives the fight fan a little more bang for their buck.
Yeah, a little more skin in the game, right?
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, I definitely appreciate you bringing up these subjects up, because maybe we got to find, us as fans, find solutions to keep boxing alive, and we're going to come up with some good ideas, and your show is showcasing that. Hopefully these Leonard LRBs are sneak listening to your show, even though they don't have the balls to come on your show. Maybe one day you'll get them.
Yeah, man. Hopefully. It was so funny, right? Because it's like he's on the space yesterday. He doesn't come on. I asked him to come on. He doesn't come on. And then I post a reel on our Instagram, and obviously it has Carmel in it, and me and Carmel do a collab post, and obviously Ellerby comments on it, and it's like, bruh, it's like we in the same circle, man. Can we just be fucking friends? But this is the post, and it's gotten hella traction. But as you can see, Ellerby is already commenting on it, and we collabed with about 2 other channels, 2 other Instagrams, getting Carmel that exposure. It's already got over 14,000 likes alone. And last I checked, like 700 shares. So, kid's definitely a star. That's the bad part, bro. The bad part is that Floyd can make anyone into a star. Imagine if Floyd really promoted. Imagine. Like, all he did was say a few things about Carmel, right? But imagine if there was more. There's, where's the sit down or the footage of the training, the mentorship, just so much. An official press conference could have been held. Let's be real. You're Floyd Money Mayweather. You know what I mean? Like, you say you about to announce your latest signee, and the media will line up. I'm just saying he can do so much more because he's so big, so powerful in this sport. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Oh, shit. We got all these callers here. What's up, fellas? Jay Will, what up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
Yo, man. That little prepay idea, man, I'm kind of joining the show late, but that prepaid idea is hot. And the one point of view you had as far as, like you said, if like Shakur and Tank was the fight, or Shakur and maybe Devin or whatever, and let's say you said they do 150,000, that's like 12 million, or forgot the math, but it came out to me. I was like, it's more than enough for them. Like, they don't even need that much.
It's 12 million. 150,000 at $80 is 12 million.
All right, so I think it's a dope idea because, fighters who are at that stage of their career, still kind of early in their career, they can't garner a certain amount of purse. But if that fight garners a lot of more fanfare and the fans prepay a lot more than what people expect, when we're going to get, fighters fighting the fights we want to fight early in their careers, because they're going to want their purse to increase so they can demand more money, demand more upfront money. So that idea is dope, man. I think it's just going to get us to get a lot more fights that we really want. Like I said, especially with these younger fighters who always like to say marinate this and marinate that because they want to let, earn their purse or let their purse get a lot bigger. See, if they I think we had a model like that going on. I think we can get Shank, we can get Tank and Shakur,
We
or
just
we could get
gotta make sure that they don't abuse the idea by like, it's like, oh wow, we got 300,000. We shouldn't do it because next time we pre-sale, if we ask for 600, we could get that and further minimize even more of
I see what
the
you're saying.
of the piracy, right? Because now if I'm getting
Right,
a guaranteed $500,000, fuck, my piracy just went down. How much percent? You feel me?
right, right. That is
We just need
the
someone
other
to
side to it.
control it. We need someone to make sure ain't nobody abusing the idea to benefit them and try to maximize, still try to marinate. Because it's like, bro, we only asking for 300,000 for Earl versus Canelo, man. They gonna do 600. We gotta keep the minimums, like the guy said, right? Because I had said 300, but his comment, he's like, yo, 150, 200. That's more than enough, which he's right. For 90% of boxing fights, $12 million is more than enough money. You're supposed to be able to make a main event and the whole card. Like, what fight you want to see right now that's not Canelo Benavidez? Because anything with Canelo, you know you need that 50 up front for Canelo.
The one thing y'all was saying, Boots and Bud.
Yeah, I mean, I think that could get done easy. I mean, I don't see why Crawford wouldn't take $10 million up front for Boots, and I don't know why Boots wouldn't take $2 million for a chance at all the belts.
What about Devin?
And still give him
Devin
his
and Shakur.
pay-per-view upside. Still give him his pay-per-view. No, I think for sure Devin and Shakur, like Devin's been rumored to get anywhere from 3 to 4, let's say. And same thing for Shakur, you know, like low 3s, mid 3s. Get them each, you know, give one 6, give the other 4, and then they get their back end like every other pay-per-view
Right.
fighter.
Yeah, that idea is dope, man. Like when you was talking, I just kept thinking of different scenarios, and I'm like, well, shit, for these fighters in the beginning of their career, they would jump on it because they got the opportunity to make so much more money than they make on their current guarantees. So yeah, it's a dope idea. And then I guess the main topic of the show, Cinco de Mayo or whatever. Man, I just don't see. I see Bud being more of a harder beat than Munguia. Me personally.
Well, of
Even though he's bringing
course,
them up.
Munguia's just like a fight for Mexico.
I mean, see, that Charlo fight should have been a fight for Mexico. Shit, the John Ryder fight was a fight for Mexico, man. When you gonna give us a fight for us? I want to see how good Canelo.
No. He told you, and he made sure y'all knew. You've been asking for this fight for 3 years, 4 years. Even Cameron told you. What you mean for us? That is for y'all. Don't be mad your boy ain't step up.
Nah.
Fuck out
No,
of here.
when that fight was announced, nobody was on that.
Y'all been saying
Nobody
that
was on
dude.
that.
Y'all been saying that dude been ducking the Charlos for like 8 years.
Come on, Ness. Nobody when that fight was announced, everybody was like, "What? Come on, man. Come on, man." But nobody wasn't that.
I ain't saying you lying. I'm just saying the truth still is. People have been wanting that fight for a long time.
So is he scared of Bud? He's scared of 147 pounder?
I don't know, man. I feel like this is Al, man. Nobody does business like Al.
All right, man. But that's my call, man. Good show, though.
All right. I mean, just think about it. On DAZN, we didn't get no catchweight fights. This Al.
But, I mean,
this Al.
right,
like, tell C-Dub defend Al. This Al. We got 0 catchweight fights at DAZN. Like, my man's over here is Al. Like, yo, this is all I got. You gonna have to, you know, he's working magic with what he got. He need to come up with 3 Canelo fights, and in his mind, he need to maximize and make the most money. He needs $20 million gates. No, I agree. Bud is a $20 million gate. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe this rumor is just a rumor to see how things, you know, go with the public. I prefer Bud. Bud don't. I was in the gym with Bud today. He don't look like. I mean, I ain't gonna say he don't look like he ain't in shape because we definitely talked about him being in shape, but he don't look like he fighting in May or that he know he fighting in May.
I just think Canelo don't want to figure out or don't want to have to deal with that footwork, having to move his feet so much with a smaller guy.
I mean,
And I get it.
I disagree. I look at it like if I'm Canelo, you trying to pay me $50 million to fight a welterweight, like I'm signing up. Like it don't matter what you think, what his trainers think, and y'all think they see or don't see. Like at the end of the day, he's a welterweight, and
Right.
Jamel could not take those punches. You know, is Bud a phenomenal talent? Absolutely, but he gonna have to have an amazing tank not to get knocked out.
Facts. Big facts. Big facts. But yeah, man, that's my call though, man. I'm gonna let you go, man.
All right, because I mean, look at Charlo. Charlo was on them ropes, but he had to be defensively, you know, on point every second of that fight, or he would have been slapped. Bud even thinner. You feel me? I don't know. Listen, I still
Oh,
want the
hold on.
motherfucking fight. I hear you. If you on Twitter, remember that shit ain't working. Y'all can only hear us. We can't hear y'all. But go ahead, this C-Dub.
Yo, yeah, that shit ain't working, man. Shout out TBV, smash that like button, it's free. Do something with yourself. Let me first start by saying I'm gonna give you right about Hammond. This good business. Jaime Munguia, this a good win. You know, this a good money grab. Mexico, some Mexicans believe Jaime Munguia got a chance. They think he got a puncher's chance like Ngannou, right? Man, my Jaime Munguia don't got no chance at all. This is horrible. This is a horrible fighter. This is a guy, you know, that has ducked Andrade, that has ducked all the big ducked Charlo, you know, but he still has some good wins. Don't get it wrong. But Jaime Munguia is not the guy. Why doesn't he say this is another idea that can go along with what you're saying? Why can't Canelo say I'm gonna fight the winner of David and Andrade? You do two things there. You build interest to the Andrade and David. Now you're going to bring more eyes to that fight. You're going to build a profile up of the fighter, and then you're going to fight them in May. You brought Kovalev back in 6 weeks, 7 weeks. You can't bring Andrade or Benavidez back?
I mean, I think we need to see how that fight does, especially if you're Canelo. You want to see how that fight does, not only from a in-ring standpoint, but from a commercial standpoint. Like, if Benavidez flops, why is Canelo running? Like, dog, look, I want the fight, but a dude that's accustomed to making $50 million ain't trying to make less than $50 million.
Right. No, yeah, we all know that David Benavidez and Canelo, if he dominates in the fashion some think he does, that fight does $1 million. More over pay-per-view buys. Now Andrade, it may not. It may do $1 million. It may do $1 million, but I'm not. When you got a fight where somebody think they'll lose, you never know. The possibilities are limitless. I believe when you get a person in there in the right match where they think they're going to lose, then more people will buy in. That's what you need to make a special match. But I like the idea that you have, you know, but that'll help if Canelo says I'm going to fight the winner, that kind of locks everyone in, and it just builds interest, and it only helps. It only helps. Charlo, you are right. Everyone is his fault, just like it's David Benavidez's fault that he lost a bet on the scales. It's Charlo's fault that he wasn't ready. So yeah, we can't cry about that. We really can't, man. It's Charlo. You know, it's that money Mitch when he yanked up his uncle, man. You know, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So. But you know, it's no problem for him to turn Andrade and David Benavidez around on a quick turnaround. You know, shout out to BV, smash that like button, it's free. Do something with yourself.
Shout out. Bro, these fights on Pro Box, not even on Dan the Man's schedule. That's crazy. There is a Samson Lewickovic Uruguay card with Amilcar Vidal that lost to Garcia on that, I believe, on I believe it was the Earl card, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is live from Uruguay. That's pretty dope, man. I was waiting to see because I know Samson made a deal with Pro Boxing. He's going to be doing a couple of shows straight from Uruguay, which obviously this is one of them. So I want to see that the production doesn't drop in value, and so far is doing well. Doesn't have the same viewership, man. Unfortunately, there's only 300 people watching. Oh, wow. It's a premiere. Someone said in the comments, FYI, this happened 3 days ago in Uruguay. It was reported by several outlets. What the fuck? That's so trash. Let me Google a milk car. Why would they do that? Yo, and Jonathan Bocachica's on this card, and so is Alberto Palmeta. That's a good fight. Why would they do that to us? $10.21, bro. He did fight already. Unfucking believable. I'm gonna still watch it because I'm a fucking junkie, but that is whack. Why wouldn't this have been live? The 21st was what day? 21st. Oh, Saturday. I mean, they could have fucking streamed it on a Saturday. I guess if it had competition, but Lord. That's whack. Well, let me see who I got here. Looks like Brandon in Cincinnati. What up?
Yo, what's going on, Ness?
Yo. What up,
So you
Brandon?
getting Canelo and your boy Jaime. Me personally, I ain't got that much of a problem with the fight when you really break down the circumstances. I knew the David and Andre winner probably wasn't going to be the September, so I was ruling that one out for Cinco de Mayo. I don't think he'll ever fight Crawford. I just never thought that was realistic. So that whole possibility was never realistic to me, so I tossed that out. Jamal Charlo coming off I guess a knock the rust off fight against a former 140-pound fighter. It's not really a big fight. Jamal will probably need a couple more tune-ups to get in there with Canelo for it to be competitive, especially with us seeing what his brother just did. So I was ruling that out. Came down to shit. Adames and fucking your boy Jaime. And to be honest, I would rather see the Jaime fight because I know Jaime's gonna probably come to fight. He's gonna show some heart. It's gonna be action packed. Mexican on Mexican, that's usually a good action packed fight. So I don't have an issue with it as long as I get David Andre winner in September. Now, if he gives us this Mexican on Mexican war for Cinco de Mayo and then turns around and fights a bum in September, then I'm gonna be pissed. But I don't have an issue with Jaime. He can't do any worse than Jamel just did, so I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, I want David Benavidez, but like I said, I knew David was probably gonna be at the end of the year. So I was expecting something a little softer. But yeah, man, I like the fight for real. Like I said, I know Jaime's gonna come in there. He's gonna show that Mexican heart and grit. He's gonna stand there toe to toe, and it's gonna be a war. It's gonna be good while it lasts. I think Canelo's just gonna be a little too seasoned, a little too skilled, too strong for the young kid moving up to 168 for the first time. Canelo's probably gonna ultimately stop him. But like I said, as long as he goes in there and actually tries, shows some fucking heart, and don't do a Jamel Charlo, then all in all, I'll be satisfied with the fight. But it's obvious what we all want, man. We want David Benavidez versus Canelo. So hopefully that's what we get in September. It was something else I wanted to talk to you about. Oh yeah, the fucking Tyson Fury and Ngannou. That shit's garbage. Only reason why I'm okay with him doing it, getting this quick money grab, is because Undisputed has been confirmed. I am excited about heavyweight Undisputed. So yeah, I guess since that's been confirmed, I'll tolerate Ngannou and Fury, even though I'm not gonna buy it or watch it. But yeah, man, I'm fucking with Canelo and Munguia. That's my call, man. TVV, protect your mental health.
All right. Salute. We got. Let me see. I see C Dub back. Did you trying to do it again, champ? No. No. We going to Majid. What up?
Yo, yo.
What's up with you?
Thank God, man. I had got a call, man. Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join YouTube members and Patreon for something. All right, so I ain't gonna hold you. I thought that this 3-fight deal shit, would have been like I don't even know. All right, so when he said Charlo, I thought it was the big Charlo, but then I had to use my motherfucking brain. Like this nigga ain't even been fighting, so he ain't gonna be no better than the little brother. The little brother was legit too fucking small. That fight was, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, it ain't really do nothing for me, but I got something that I'ma do because I don't like the Jaime Munguia fight, so I'm not buying that shit. But what I'ma do next is when those motherfuckers fight that night, I'ma give you the pay-per-view money. You know what I'm saying? Cause you covering this shit, and I feel like money to boxing is money to boxing. So when that shit happen, I'm giving you the $85 because I don't like it, I don't support it. I'm waiting to hear niggas say, "Oh, I want to fight the winner of Benavidez and Andre." Like people that we think like possibly a 50-50 or even a 60-40. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe that. I feel like Munguia gonna be swinging wild. Canelo gonna punch him, and that nigga going dookie in the middle of the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know. I ain't happy about it. I don't like it. It's a fucking surprise because I hear all these people fucking PBC, fuck going into zone, but then we hearing this nigga talk about fighting at the zone, nigga, and niggas is cool with it. We don't need know what network or nothing, but it don't matter because a fight is a fight. Wherever PBC go, niggas gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying? They could fucking fight on Nickelodeon and still buy the pay per view. You know what I'm saying? But as far as I'm concerned, I don't like the fight. I ain't supporting it. I'ma support a nigga that actually like try to give us what we want in conversation and you know what I'm saying? We don't even gotta agree on all the talking point, but that $85 yours. And then if Canelo that third fight, if he motherfucking give us a fight that we remotely interested in, I'll give you double the pay-per-view money. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. Like I ain't, fuck it. That's just where I'm at with it. It don't make no sense. But I'd rather support your shit and what you got going on than to support this random ass wild card drawing shit. Like it's weird to me, you know what I'm saying? But I already got a place in boxing that get niggas what we want. We had way more fun on this show than sitting back watching and waiting for niggas to fight. So he fight Munguia next, you got you a $85 plus the tax, my dog. And really, that's all I got. But fuck that shit. I don't like it, man. I'm out.
Damn. Damn. I need to confirm something. Dub, what up? Hey, Tyron, man, Twitter's not working, champ. You're going to have to use our Discord or the landline, which is probably shut down. Dub. Damn, son. Dub, you there? What up? guy making me look bad over here. You're going to have to jump out, jump back in, my friend. Jump out, jump back in. We got average boxing fan $2. It says, but Majid paid for Bud versus Ebenezer. I did too, bruh. I did too. Bro. Oh man. So I'm all manning and I'm a little shy. I just got a little message. You know them side texts that's like, yo, word on the Las Vegas injury report is that someone hurt someone in sparring. And I don't want to say who until obviously I get some confirmation. But I've been at the gym, bruh. Motherfuckers is sparring. They spar up too. Like today, I got to see Troy Isley spar Amari Jones. That was serious. That was serious. And Isley sparred Mama's boy. That was serious. Then you had Bud watching everybody. So you know they was turned up. I got to watch Shakur's nephew spar. Zay Quinn got to spar one of Bullet's fighters, bro. And you know Coach Moses, Shakur's grandfather, loves me. So I'm like, yo, Papa, I can record. He like, hell yeah, I don't care. And I'm like, yes, Zay Quinn spawn. Soon as I look the Bullet, being respectful, like, you cool right too, coach? He like, nah, man, his father don't let that shit happen. I'm like, what the fuck? But it was still good ass work. It was still good work, man. I wish I could have recorded it, but Troy is definitely locked in. He's locked in. There's this new kid too. He's not new because I met him last year sometime, but he finally turned pro. And it's just unfortunate, man. I hope I'm not wrong and he's as good as I think. And hopefully he gets signed because he's not signed. His name is Hakeem Cheatham. He's from Philadelphia, but he's been living out here in Henderson. I want to say his father's probably from Philly. This picture does no justice. He looks like a kid here. Not to say that he's not a kid and that he doesn't look like this. He's just got longer hair now, I guess. He just turned pro in August. But this kid is a fucking problem. He's a problem. He's a welterweight, though. That's pretty big, but he's a problem. Keep your eye out for him for sure. I'll be putting some footage of him working the aqua bag, and we'll be getting interviews with him here soon enough. Why am I interested in him is because his father is teaching him a style that I've never seen. It's like a heavy back foot, and a shoulder roll, but with a lean, which I know makes no sense as audio. It's hard to visualize. And that's why it's unfortunate I ain't get no sparring footage of him. But if you ever get to see him fight, it's a very interesting style. he went up against a few of Wally Moses fighters who are obviously Shakur's family. And he did very fucking well. And I always loved that style. Like when I met him in Top Rank, I'm like, bruh, when are you turning pro? You know, and I ain't really talk about it because it was an amateur, and I didn't know how long his dad was gonna keep him an amateur, but man, he's good. Everyone that goes to the gym is not a killer in that size, but you gotta understand, I'm going to Top Rank. It's not like going to Alabama to go see Wilder, where people are just there to spar Wilder. The Top Rank is like a central location. Think of it like a motherfucking Boys and Girls Club on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, where all gyms from surrounding areas come to get sparring, you know, and to watch sparring. You feel me? Like I was watching Emiliano and Cashflow go at it. So that's pay-per-view on a low scale. So no, every gym I go to, it's not killers. It just sounds that way because Top Rank is a central location that all the killers come to. You feel me? Like all the names go to Top Rank, then all the youngins go to the Top Rank because the names need work, and not every name is working with top names in front of everybody. Like they might go to Top Rank, see somebody they could work with, and be like, "Yo, what up? We want to spar 7 o'clock DLX, yada yada yada." You know what I'm saying? It all depends, but you know, believe what you want. It's all good. Majid, trying you again. Shit, Bud came up to me like, I want to spar you. I'm like, yo, I'll spar you. Cause you know, I'm thinking content creation. I'm thinking of getting bigger. I'm thinking Joe Rogan shit, right? So I'm like, I'll spar you. But I'm out of shape. He like, I only want 1 round. I'm like, oh, I could do 1 round, but I gotta get my equipment. I ain't got no equipment. He like, nah, I'm just fucking with you. I ain't trying to spar. I'm like, oh, all right. But I'll do it as long as I can record. Fuck that. I'm gonna be forced to have to do better than Buster. Wrong name, and that's gonna sound bad. They're gonna think I said that on purpose. Custer, because he got bodied by Earl. Let's be real. So if I get in there with Bud, I can't let him do what Earl did to Brian Custer. He got fucked up. Majid, what up?
Yo, my shit better.
Way better. We hear you.
All right, shout out to Average, but he lying, Ness. I ain't buy that shit, man. Hey, these niggas got it confused, cause I fucking went for fucking Crawford to dog walk him like I'm the biggest Crawford fan. I fuck with Shakur. I'm so delusional, as people would say. I think Shakur is sharper than him. The only time will tell, though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't really had nothing. I just, I know average boxing fan. You know, he a new personality. He nice and petty and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing to shoot a little fire, talk a little bit of shit. Me and him got the bet with Andrade and Benavidez too. But when it come to
Who you
these
got?
pay-per-views, huh?
Who you got in that fight?
Oh, I got him again. You know, people
Oh,
gonna
you
learn.
got Andre.
Yeah, you know. But when it come to these pay-per-views and shit, I think I bought the Spence fight from multiple fights to Spence. I bought the Javante Davis. I probably bought like one Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, niggas ain't buying anything that fucking David Avanesian on that fucking cheap ass network. I ain't buy that shit. I streamed that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I say that shit with pride, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, don't get the game fucked up, average. I like Crawford, man, but that ain't the one that I'm looking for to exploit everybody. I just seen something in the Spence fight. You know what I'm saying? And come fight night with Benavidez fighting Andre. Oh, matter of fact, that's what I want to say. that little disdain, that little hate that y'all hear from Canelo, cause I do gotta admit I be hating this shit, cause he could do whatever he want. He boss. Every time he come into town, he boost up the economy. Everybody making money from the hotels to the restaurants, like everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. He could do whatever the fuck he want. But shout out to Benavidez for going up and getting that plant fight. Canelo did it first, but then, Andre been crying for all these years. What, it been about 10 years now, Ness? He been
Word.
crying about the Canelo fight. And Benavidez want to prove himself so much that he belong up there with those people. He like, let me handle this. I take the fight. So, shout out to Benavidez. And I just really, really, really motherfucking hope that motherfucking Canelo after he beat I can't even remember the dude name like that. You know what I'm saying? After
Jaime
he beat
Munguia.
yeah, Mr. Munguia. You know what I'm saying? Like he just give us one that we asking for where it might be 50-50. Just fight the winner, please. Like niggas got even that shit you said about the prepaid. Like, Ellerby. Bitch ass Ellerby. We will motherfucking prepay for that shit, nigga. Stop being a bitch and playing in the comment section. Like, if you gonna listen to this thing, like we got a thing where don't type when you could call. You know what I'm saying? So like, nigga, do boxing justice, bro, because you looking like a whole fucking scumbag. At least Eddie Hearn is sit there and teeter around the lines and lie, like, like entertain the conversation. This nigga act like shit don't be happening or whatever. Then he just pop up with some shit like everybody's supposed to love it and shit. We don't, nigga. Like, everybody ain't just ride or die for PBC, all that black shit, nigga. I don't give a fuck if they Chinese. If they the best, they the best. We trying to get niggas to prove it out here, but your bitch ass, his fucking out, his fucking bitch ass. All he trying to do is get those hardcore black people that's gonna be like, I'm gonna support it because it's a black-owned business. Nigga, it's a fucking million black-owned businesses out here. But if you ain't doing right by the sport, nigga, he ain't doing nothing but taking fucking money from sheeps. You know what I'm saying? They playing into that black versus Mexican, so whoever the fuck they choose that they know they could beat or whatever is acceptable because it's a black thing. Get the fuck out the color of the skin. Go fucking bleach yourself till you turn a different color. We want the best versus the best, nigga. Fuck the color shit. We want the best versus the best, man. So they need to make that shit and stop playing because they just trying to throw this race shit out so the blacks can want to beat the shit out of the Mexicans in and out the ring and verse vice and shit. We ain't knowing that shit, man. We just want to see the best, bro. Stop trying to get people to gang bang on motherfucking colors and races and shit. Nigga, slavery was done a long time ago, and he fucking slave walking these niggas' pockets, and they all right with it. You know what I'm saying? They was talking shit about the zone yesterday, and today they talking about they okay with the zone Munguia. God damn. I don't get it, Ness. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I don't know shit about boxing, but that's all I got, man. Shout out to average boxing fan.
You the
All right.
man, champ. You the man. Let's see here. Hold on. Sorry for the dead noise. Dead audio. I'm just talking to the fighter that allegedly hurt the other fighter and telling him that I heard the rumor that he hurt said fighter and trying to see what he gonna tell me. All right, all right. That would be interesting. But you see, truth be told, I wouldn't even be able to report it, man. They'd call it hate if I said it. But we'll see. I know I got one person to tell me they heard the same rumor, and they ear is in the street. Yeah, I wanted to screen share this because my boy Alex Vega called in and he said that Showtime was still in the pay-per-view business, but according to Dan Rayfield, they are not. According to Dan Rayfield, this says per Showtime spokesperson, not sources, okay? So directly from Showtime spokesperson, there are no plans for any Showtime pay-per-views of any kind in 2024. So when I say in my title that, you know, PBC on DAZN with the question mark is because of that. Like, does this mean this is the direction that we're going? Because now we're talking about a DAZN fighter versus a fighter that has a contract with Al Heyman who has no network. But let me see. I got some more callers. Shout out to everybody rocking out with us. Trying hardcore dub again.
Yo, hard audio.
I hear you.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. I had sent the CP at the end of the show, but you know, you got away, man. You know that happens sometimes. But shit, we here now. I need, you know, you said something, and that's damn. That wasn't my call, but I got to touch on it right quick. Yeah, man, that is interesting since they're considering a fight on the zone, are they going to the zone? It is kind of interesting. But yeah, and I was going to, and I sent the CP for Jay Benitez. You know, he hating on. They're just a fan of Wilder. Anybody that hate on greatness like he can't understand Wilder power, and he hate that Wilder got a statue. You know what I'm saying? So, and you got to remember every time you hate on Wilder, you know he picked the lineage. You got to remember that. But and that's my guy Jay Benitez, man. You know, he just a Wilder
Yeah,
fan.
but
You know that.
he picked Hellenius just to spite you, not because he thought he would win.
He really thought he was gonna win, man.
What?
I'm telling you, that's him. I mean, some guys just don't believe Wilder could box at all, even though he got a bronze medal. Like they say he can't box at all. Like there's just I don't understand it. You know, some things are not meant to be understood. Ness. I mean that's just it. But you know what? It's something else. It's something else. Ness. You said that you said an interesting opponent. You said Bud and Canelo, right? You would like to see that over. I mean, I'm sure you'd like to see that over Munguía and Canelo.
Over
Who do you?
Munguía, hell yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Bud and Canelo, who do you got in that fight?
Prediction?
Yes.
Oh no, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, obviously Canelo would be the favorite.
Canelo would be the favorite. Okay, boom, right there. Against with the hardcore fans that you know that know boxing. Would you think you in the minority if you picking Bud to beat Canelo?
Nah, not amongst hardcores. Amongst
Not amongst
casuals.
hardcore.
The casuals not gonna pick Crawford. But the hardcores, they gonna pick Crawford. A lot of them. I feel like a lot of them are gonna pick Crawford because Styles, hardcores are the ones that know that Styles make fights. Hardcores are the ones that know about footwork and distance and range and he could switch and he got power. Like casuals ain't gonna see that. Casuals just gonna be told he's moving up 3 divisions. They gonna pick their man because he's their hero. I feel like more hardcores will pick Bud for sure. Why? You don't think that?
Hardcores are picking Bud to exchange with Canelo like he did with Arrow. They're not picking him to move around.
I mean, I think it's gonna be a combination of both. You're gonna have to
You got
move around because when Canelo on the attack, you can't catch those shots like you caught Earl's. It don't
right.
matter how strong you is.
Right. Okay. So one last thing. That's what's up. That's what's up. So one last thing. If you did the poll on your show, who gonna win, Bud or Canelo? Who you think win that poll?
Canelo, he's a bigger star, bro. Like sometimes people just pick
like it's your time.
because the
But it's not
fighter
your
is a
time.
bigger name. Like our poll isn't always an indication of hardcore
This
fans that actually know boxing. Like it could be hardcore fans that rock with Tank, so they picking Tank no matter what.
got you. That's what's up, man. I mean, I consider this show. I mean, if you follow it like we all do, man, it's a hardcore show But yeah, I can see what you mean by the poll. It could be a lot of casual that's going to vote on it as well. But yeah, for some reason, man, the hardcores, I think they don't see that Canelo got the power, the speed, the counter punching ability that will make Bud be on the back foot a lot. But yeah, shout out TBV, smash that like button. It's free. Do something with yourself.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Crawford has earned so much respect. I mean, bro, I was seeing motherfuckers hop out the ring like, yo, what you think I could work on? You feel me? And it's like, bruh, I'm like, yo, so I ain't even gonna say the fighter, but a fighter comes up to me like, yo, you be talking crazy. I'm like, bruh, you was looking crazy in that ring. Your footwork was all off and your timing, man. Nah, I fucked up my ankle. Like, your ankle, motherfucker, talking crazy. Nigga, I'm gonna talk my shit in your face. You was just getting your ass kicked in that ring. Straight up. Then you over here trying to talk to Bud to my Bud, give me some rounds. I'm like, I got all in that conversation like, Bud, man, don't hurt that motherfucker. He ain't right. I was trying to get motherfuckers to stop that sparring. I swear to God I was. I was literally saying out loud, something's wrong with him. Look at his feet. Look at his legs. Something wrong with him. Like, I was trying to get that motherfucker out the ring. I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck. Somebody gonna have to smack me, but they gonna be prepared to get smacked back. I ain't the best fighter in the world, but I will pick something up. My daddy told me a long time ago, somebody bigger than you hit you, you let him think he got that. When he turn around, we gonna whack the shit out the back of your head with something. You best believe that. But I ain't gonna stop talking my shit. They gonna kick me out of Vegas. Cause I'm gonna talk my shit. Fuck that. Don't let me watch you spar. Cause it ain't gonna be a secret. Yo, what up? Nah, I do keep secrets on the spawn, but they know between me and them it ain't no shit. I'm gonna talk my shit to them. What up, J Mac?
Yeah. How long I got on my call?
I mean, if you want your
Yes.
boomerang, then you got 6 full minutes.
All right. Let me know when I'm at my first three. Can you start my time? All right, look, man. Shout out to all my fans, man. I know over the years the epic back and forwards, my counter punching, the bud, the breakdowns, and all that. I just inquired quite a few fans, man. Shout out to C Dub, man. He's pushing his hardest for this argument he been arguing on the back call all day, and trying to win it with an audience where we're supposed to pick the favorite. But see, that's why I changed my name to Fuck Around and Find Out. Cause in real life, I do want people to fuck around so they can find out. That's for first place. And second of all, when it come down to that fighting, we can say whatever we want to say. We can say the man is bigger, better, stronger, educated jab. Shout out to C Dub, hardcore shit. You know he been pumping that shit for years. Since Spence jab was so educated, I'm just a little confused here. Why was the educated jab Olympian that Spence was? Why did the guy who got kicked, who wasn't able to go on to the Olympians and have the career of the Olympian fighter in Spence with the better names, the better fighters, like the corn machines, all this shit, and why did Bud just make that guy look that way? Oh, because remember he was bigger, he was stronger, but ain't never been in a ring with a type of fighter like him. All this bullshit, all that bullshit. Man, I hear the same cake baking. And when it come down to fighting Canelo, Bud and Canelo, I mean, Canelo might weight more, but I don't think Canelo is a physically stronger guy than Bud. I think they may walk around at similar weights. Canelo might walk around 15 pounds heavier, but I don't think Canelo could use that weight advantage or that strength advantage to gain advantage on Terence Crawford. That's why I do like the fight for Canelo and Crawford. Crawford is taller and longer arms. Canelo just has a bigger base, a bigger frame. But I don't know who's the stronger man till they fight because they got to fuck around and find out. He said on your show, if you do a poll, who will win out of Canelo and Bud? Didn't you do a poll for Bivol and Canelo? And then everybody picked Canelo to win? And then he went out there and got his ass whooped? But I mean, see, that's why we got to fuck around and find out. We can talk about it, we could be about it until they get in the ring and actually do it. I'm not saying nobody's wrong for picking Canelo in a fight, but just to shoot it down like it's not a competitive fight, like it's not the best fight in boxing, or call people crazy for the fighter, Terrence Crawford, not us, not the fans. We didn't say, man, Crawford should fight Canelo after that Errol Spence fight. Bud was the one that put himself on Front Street and came out and said he can
You may
beat
feel like
Canelo.
it's your time,
He's the one that's going after
but it's
him.
not your time.
So
That was
since
the first one. That you don't want the second one you saying, or you do?
No, Ness, I had a call. I'm gonna take my second one.
All right. Is you there?
Yeah.
You there, champ?
What the fuck?
Are you there? All right, and he dropped off. But looks like we got a few callers over here. We going out to Chicago. Who we got? This looks like Rick in San Antonio. What up?
Hey, what's up, man?
What up with you?
All right, man. You can hear me good? You can hear me clear?
Perfect.
Cool, cool. Because, Bluetooth is fucking up here and there. But, no, man. The Munguia fight versus, Canelo, to me, that's just a money fight straight off the bat. But it's a money stay busy fight, right? They're both going to get money, but it's a stay busy fight for Canelo. So that kid's going to get stopped early. I don't know what you guys can take on. That's an early stoppage fight. I'm not really too interested in that fight as a fight fan. I would rather see Munguia. Now, if it's because of weight, I mean, okay, go up, sacrifice the kid, make some money. He's still going to make money even when he loses. If he was to make that fight and lose, he's still going to make money, be a commodity for Golden Boy. But I'd rather see him fight somebody like Golovkin or Aleem Kanuli go for the two titles. Yeah, he's not a big name, but Top Rank's got clout. They got the money. He'd get a good guarantee. They could pull it off. ESPN, DAZN, they could split that. But I don't see that fight really being too entertaining for me because, in my opinion, I feel he would just demolish that guy early. It's just, again, it would be a stay busy money fight. You got guys. There's Jamal Charlo. See what happens with him. There's Adames out there. You got Lara. I know these guys aren't big names, but at the same time, looking at where PBC's going, they're knocking on doors. They need a home. If they go to DAZN, those are fights that can be made for him. But if he wants to go up there get paid to get smashed, fuck it, that's what they're gonna do. But overall, I'm not really too interested in that fight. But if it happens, it's a money fight. I'll watch it, of course. You know what I'm saying? Friends and family. It'll be a
You
big
may
fight.
feel like it's your time,
Mexican fans will turn out. So
but it's not your time.
go ahead.
Nah, that was the bell.
All right, man. Have a good one, Ness.
Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
You sure you done? I feel like that bell might have been running from the last caller and I never shut it off.
It might have been. But again, I'd rather see Benavidez. I'd rather see him fight the winner of Benavidez and Andrade. I think Andrade, he can box enough to make it to the end of 12, but I think he ends up losing a decision. Benavidez got too much volume, too much pressure. He's younger, he's hungrier. I think Andrade, in my opinion, based on that cringe fucking press conference he did, I don't know what's going on with the guy. Nothing against him personally. I think he's a good fighter. But I think at this stage in his career, I think Benavidez just takes him out, and I think we're going to have Benavidez and Canelo in May. I think there'll be a lot of pushback from a lot of people if he decides to go with the Munguia fight. But then again, there'll be more support because the Mexican fans and, boxing fans in general will show out. But I'd rather see the Benavidez Andrade winner in May. So that's my call, champ.
All right, brother. Appreciate you. Looks like we got
Yes, sir.
Oscar in San Antonio. What up?
What's up, man?
Chilling.
Shout out to Benavidez for fighting, the leftovers and the throwaways. But yeah, I got Munguia getting stopped like in the 6th round. You know what I mean? And that truly, and I know you like to argue this, but that truly is Mexican versus Mexican. They're both from Mexico, so that's Mexican versus Mexican. But I don't think that's a good one. I still want Charlo because I want to be able to say, him to be able to say that, he took 3 brothers out, 3 sets of brothers, you know what I mean? And 1 set of twins. That's what I want. And I guess I'm a casual because I pick Canelo. I told you, it's called making weight, not maintaining weight. So I got a question for you. When Bud got hurt by Gamboa, Benavidez, and Kavalaskis, was he squatting like 400 or 500 then?
I don't know, bro. I guess.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They always say he squats that, but he got hurt by those dudes. What do you think Canelo's gonna do to him?
If he can land.
You know what I mean? I already told you, bro. He's going to be, 36, 37? The legs ain't going to be there once he punches to the body. That's it. You know what I mean? And the difference between him and Arrow is, Canelo never had a detached retina, and Canelo never got in a major car accident. He's had injuries, but not a major car accident. I've already told you, man. I never thought Arrow was that good. And I think the car accident, I'm one to say it, I'm not even an Arrow fan. I think it had a lot to play with it. If you go look at it, Danny hurt him and Ugas hurt him. I'm just saying it, man. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I'm a casual. I'm going to pick Canelo. You know what I mean? But you have a good day, man.
You too, champ.
Yes, sir.
No, and I feel like that's going to be the majority pick. That when he asked me and he, phrased the question, Canelo will get majority picks, but there's going to be tons of hardcores that want to be the oracle. So, and they see styles, man. They know Canelo's getting old. He's got so many rounds boxed. If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be someone with the skill of Crawford. We got average boxing fan $2. No, we said that. Supermax $2 says Showtime answered the face of boxing question. Julio Guzman $2. That fight sounds like James Toney. And I got Alex. What's up? Counterpunch.
Hey, you hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I apologies. I forgot about the other half of the topic, the Amanda Serrano card, man. They're supposed to announce Jake Paul's next opponent, so I think, man, how badly I wanted to go that card, bro. Everything was set up, it seemed.
You think it's gonna be Nico Ali Walsh?
I'm sorry?
You think it's gonna be Nico Ali Walsh?
Do I think it's gonna be Nico Ali Walsh? I don't know. I don't have an idea of who it's gonna be, but I'm just upset that everything was set up for me to go, man, and last minute just things didn't work out, because I think that's gonna be just an interesting atmosphere that I wanted to experience, because I'm assuming Jake Paul is gonna be in the building, and it's history. First 12 round 3-minute unification in women's history. They've had a title fight before at that duration, but not a unified title fight. So I don't know. It's hard to choose exactly how that fight's going to go. because Serrano's definitely towards the end of her career. She's 35 years old. She can still, she still has a pretty decent pace, but the girl she's facing, I don't think she's ever been knocked down. She was at the same level as maybe, I think they have a common opponent, Cara Bahal or something like that, an Argentine girl, and she seemed to be around that same level. So, man, it's just tough. It's just really tough to predict. But I'll go. You know what? If what's his name, Tyrone's listening. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm thinking Serrano's gonna find a way to stop this girl. Just put the pace on her. Maybe force a stoppage with the ref, the corner stoppage. Just too much skill. It's history. It's a historical event. So you gotta put a stamp on it. So I expect her to at least be all gas on that. And going back to this fucking Canelo Munguia Benavidez bullshit, so you had said, oh well, Benavidez, we don't even know if he's gonna get past his November fight, and you also said, no, maybe it was Brandon Maurice that was saying like, oh, the timing, or someone mentioned the timing of the fight of his November fight. Munguia is expected to fight John Ryder in January, so then you're gonna have him going on a 3-month, 4-month turnaround to fight fucking Canelo. Like, come on, Canelo's gonna be 8 months for. Some people are calling it a tune-up. Some people are saying a gimme fight. That's some bullshit, bro. Like, nah, man. Benavidez, I don't understand. Come on, can't we all just be on the same page? Don't you want to see competitive fights now? Why do we have to wait? It's gonna be 8 months, September to May. Why do we have to go ahead and prolong it another 4 months? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Let's get the fights now. And like I said before, this is why boxing is where it is now. Because we keep making excuses as fans. You're going to still watch it.
That was the bell. Jay Billy. Jay Billy, what up? No Jay Billy. Jump out, jump back in, champ. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. JJ. Nothing. Jump out, jump back in, player. Trying him again. Bro, you got to get all the way
90
out
seconds.
and then come back. That's what you probably need to do. Like, get out, come back. You feel me? I got a couple super chats. 7 Jimmy, 7 Rivera. Shout out to 7 Jimmy with the fat $20 dub.
60 seconds.
And he said, once Bud see how Benavidez handles Andre, who is also moving up a couple of weight classes, he will reevaluate his desire to move up 3 classes to fight Canelo. Tip bell is $5. Told y'all once, now twice. Serrano by knockout. Double exclamation mark emoji. FP Trucking, $7.50. Fury must defend belt, but Canelo doesn't? BS. Yo, face of boxing shit, B. Cut the hate out. Let's cut the hate out. Face of boxing shit. You feel me? Nah, I'm fucking with you. I get your frustrations. I really do. NFL, if you don't know, this is your, notification that Twitter's not working. You can hear me, but we can't hear you. So you got to use another method to call in. Jay Billy.
Dog, I don't know why it's not working. You still can't hear me?
Nah, we don't hear you, man. But you said dog, right?
Yeah. You can't hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yo, best. Shout out Ness putting in that work.
You
But
already know.
I see the play. I see the play. So Canelo 5'8", Ryder 5'9". You feel me? Male 6 foot, smaller guy coming up. So we going on the track of preparation. Munguia 6 foot, one fight at 168, coming up from 160. A more natural big guy. He's always been a bigger guy. We always thought he was gonna fill out to be in the bigger divisions. Now I feel like the play is going towards Benavidez. You feel me? I don't think any fight is a tune-up or a gimme because how we already thought that Bivol fight before he fought him was a gimme. You feel me? We thought it was a cherry pick. So I think this is just a preparation going towards Benavidez, and I feel like it's most definitely smart. Like if you going against this young guy who they call the Mexican monster, you know you need to do something to get your body ready. You feel me? Get right mentally. So I don't have no knocks towards it. I always thought Munguia was a good fight after Canelo left, and it's been rumors ever since then that that was going to be the play. So hopefully the fight happens, and we'll see what happens. But Amanda Serrano, I fucked with Amanda Serrano ever since that Katie Taylor fight, and in the hopes that we'll get that rematch one day. It's like if you see one of the greatest fights you've seen, and not to get a rematch, I just feel like we're most definitely do that, man. I need to see that rematch so bad. I feel like that's the greatest women's fight. It's most definitely one of the top. You feel me? Like if there's any better ones, I would most definitely like somebody to, advise me to see it because I want to know. You feel me, Ness?
Certainly.
Yo,
Certainly, but
yo,
in terms of women that you want people to let you know, Beatrice Ferreira,
is she a current fighter or a
current
past
fighter.
fighter?
Current fighter 135, and all them girls that you talking about, they ain't gonna give her a shot. They all gonna retire before they give her a shot. Even though there's women's boxing, and maybe somehow she does get offered to somebody, but yeah.
Bet, yeah, I'm most definitely check her out. I don't know this girl's name, but she's like Top Rank is pushing her hard, and she's like the best female Top Rank fighter. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Who's that?
A female Michaela Mayer.
Is it Michaela Mayer? Nah, I think she Hispanic.
Sinisa Estrada?
Sinisa Estrada, yeah. Is she around Amanda Serrano's division or what?
Nah.
I thought Serrano. I heard Serrano was going towards the MMA route.
She probably gonna do some PFL shit, but
Okay. But yeah, keep on putting in that work, man. I'm gonna tap back in. Somebody say something.
All right. Who we got over here? We going late night tonight. What we got? Stone Bone? Is this Stone Bone? Nope. There's Rigo in Colorado. What up?
Hello.
Yeah, what up, Rigo?
Oh yeah, no, what up, man? No, so the topic is Canelo Munguia for Cinco de Mayo, Cinco
Yes,
de Mayo weekend.
sir. Yes, sir.
Peace, man. Yeah, no, because I remember I was talking about the other day. What if Canelo were to go fight Bivol on the zone, and you were saying like, oh
I
no, because why would PBC want to share the money?
I'm
But
still
now,
saying that because Jaime is a DAZN fighter. So is this their way of telling us that PBC's going to the zone, or because
yeah,
again, I'm still saying why would Al share the money?
yeah. I mean, honestly, like if
I wanted Canelo to fight Benavidez next, right? And that fight only made, to me, that's the fight that makes the most sense because it's like Canelo's been kind of having flat fights lately. What I mean by that is like Charlo one, it was good, but it wasn't like I needed to see that. What was the one before? Well, who did Charlo fight or who did Canelo fight before Charlo? Damn, who was it?
Ryder.
I'm like drawing a blank. Oh yeah, Ryder. Yeah, it was Ryder, and then it was Triple G before that, the third time. Then it was Bivol. So like I don't know, all those fights, Canelo, like it just wasn't the fight that I wanted to see. And so like I really wanted to see Benavidez next for that interest to come up again. Because like honestly, if it wasn't Benavidez next, I already said like I'm probably not. I could probably miss the Canelo pay-per-view. But if it's gonna be Munguia, like I might be wanting to pay for that. I got to see like how everything looks. But to me, I think it's a pretty decent fight. I mean, I'd pay for it. But yeah, no, I just feel like if it's not Benavidez, Munguia at least fought at 68. That Dedyevchenko fight was at 68, right? It had to be at 68. Or was it at 60? I forget what it was at. But at
Derevyanchenko
least
with
Munguia,
who?
we know.
With Munguia?
Yeah. Yeah, was that on 168?
I'll check.
Yeah, I think it was at 68.
You might be right.
But that was, yeah, okay, yeah, no. So at least we know that Munguia's at that weight. You feel me? And so he's not moving up. He's not coming off of a loss, or I mean, it was a close loss. It could have been a loss, but it was a close fight. But we've seen that Munguia, he had a hard test with Deryevchenko, but I think it's a pretty decent fight. But yeah, no, Ness, I think this fight's a good fight. I'd be willing to pay for it. But yeah, no, shout out to you, Ness. Keep up that hard work. Appreciate you, man.
You may feel like
Have a
it's
good
your
night.
time,
All right, champ.
but it's not your time.
Let's see who else is here. All right, that is everybody. We got to all the super chats as well. See you guys tomorrow at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Peace.